Welcome to the Pro-Black Perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions. Your host tonight is the author of the Pro-Black Compendium and Zuberi and the Maroons of Ma'at, the Pan-African Nationalist, Oni. Oni, what are we discussing tonight?
More and more and more enemies within. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Right, the title right now is "Even White Kids See Our Lack of Race Pride." You know, our boys aren't even learning. You understand? Boys aren't even learning. This is the generation that we're in, and of course, this one's actually jam packed with content. So we're gonna try to rush through it. But before we get started, let me remind you, we're part of a podcasting network called KWAZ Radio.
This is D-Web with the Harsh Reality Podcast, asking you to tune in where we tackle the news of the day that affects our community, only on KWAZ Radio.
Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bitter Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bitter Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the Revolutionary Matron on KWAZ Radio.
You are listening to the Pro-Black Perspective on KWAZ Radio.
Now, for those of you who like this content, because the content's going to be good, make sure you guys check out Amazon. Look up my name right there, Onitaset. I'm the author of the Book of Power, so make sure you guys pick up a copy if you enjoy this content. But without further ado, let's just jump into it. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. But especially, we're going to talk about some BANs right now. There's a lot of pass-me's too, a lot of manginas. So, just stay tuned. And by the way, say peace to Harsh Reality and, of course, Kofi.
I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
All right, that was enough said. That was just enough said. I had to pause. Because I was like, damn. Tyler Solomon's in the building. Peace to Tyler. Peace to Gnostic. We gonna start it off with these white girl tears and how white girls' tears influence us. Lero says, peace, loved ones. Tyler says he remembers that pitiful display. It was disgusting. I'll tell you, I had to pause. I couldn't even jump to the next step. This dude really hugged his brother's killer. That's some old new shit. But anyway, we're gonna jump off. We're gonna start off with this.
I have so many thoughts on this, but mostly it boils down to the fact that this little girl got online and said that she wanted braids like the beautiful brown women, and her mother told her no, that she couldn't do that. Rightfully so. But then the black women in the comments, after seeing the white girl tears, they said, you better go braid that baby's hair. And that's all it took. Y'all gave this girl the key to the culture. Y'all do realize that now she's going to remember this forever and use this as her excuse as to why she can freely appropriate black culture and nobody can tell her a thing. And despite the fact that I'm sure that this hairstylist simply did this for notoriety and to get traffic to her salon, to drum up business for herself, this could have been a teaching moment for this little girl. This could have been an opportunity to teach that little girl about the history of braids and why it's not for little white girls. Sometimes little white girls need to be told no.
All right, yeah. So I mean, obviously, this was just one of them early submissions. It's, that's the thing about this. It's like, what's the culture, and are braids exclusive to black folk? But you know what? We just, like I said, we're doing rapid fire. It's just BANs all around. BANs for being like, oh no, white girl tears. BANs for being like, oh, my culture. Let's just get out of here. Oh, this guy is actually, he's not even that important. Let's just skip over it. I mean, we could just watch it and then, we could skip over it. It's not that important. A lot of these aren't that important. I'm not going to hold you. A lot of them are not that important. Let's see what this one is. I blocked this site, by the way. This is just snitches gets, you know.
A real one free. They thought I wasn't coming home. Who? Why don't folks start talking about sentencing me? Boy, I told on everybody. On God, and I had to get down there. They talking about, you Aryan. Y'all that me? What's up? They talking about, oh, your partner shot my brother. Man, we go ahead and do him the worst way. On God. And Vontae, go ahead and pack your bags, fam. Cause I had to, fam. I got a kid out here, bro. Go ahead and pack your bags and start relocating to get where you trying to go. Cause them folk coming for your ass, boy, for real, boy. I had to, though. I don't want to hear nothing about me being fake. Cause that real right there. I just let you know that I told on you. I just let you know. They be out here snitching and don't even be letting their partner know that they done told. So go on and get ready, fam. I went ahead and told them everything, boy. Them folk trying to give me 2 years, boy. But I'm home, boy. They thought I wasn't coming, boy. Woo! Why they just let a real one?
Now, see, all right, so, like, part of me was like, when I was first watching it, I was reminded of this dude, Nearly Fuller Jr., who said black folks should be snitching. Like, Nearly Fuller Jr. said black folks should be snitching, right? Because the people that are destroying the community kind of just get off of destroying the community, you know? And, in fact, I think I could probably correlate this with a later video I see. A later video where this white boy, this black boy is trying to steal from this store, and this white boy is trying to handle him. And then this lady tells this other black boy, this other black man to, intervene. And he's like, I don't work here. And it reminds me that these white people are playing nationalism, right? Because the reality is this, that if somebody's destroying your community, you want them out of there, right? So you might say, hey, look, snitching, so on and so forth. But this dude was only getting 2 years. You know? And that kind of just reminds you, and I'm not saying that 2 years is little. I'm not saying 2 years is a lot. It sounds like it's a little. I'm not saying I would want to spend 2 years in prison over some shit I ain't do. But that's kind of like where we are as a people, where it's like, realistically, what do you have? What do you have? If this white boy could just grab you and threaten you with 2 years, and then suddenly you telling on the whole operation, what do you have? Y'all saw the movie. I'm pretty sure some of y'all saw it, at least. Movie, I think it's Judas and the Black Messiah or something like that, right? And the dude is, he's a car thief. He's a car thief. He's doing Grand Theft Auto, the game, the thing that will become a video game of quite a bit of esteem eventually, right? He's doing that stuff. They catch him. And then all of a sudden, he's able to give out the floor plans to get Fred Hampton killed, to the point where now we there retweeting Fred Hampton Jr. out of sympathy. It's a question of what do you have? It's a question of what do you have if that's all it takes. Just the threat is all it takes for you to, because again, you know what, he's like, you better run, because what I told them, they're going to kill you. I got to be there for my son. And it makes sense. It makes sense. But, it is what it is. See what the problems are, the curses are. His brother's executioner, Tyler says, yeah. Person Kid. I haven't seen Person Kid before. He says, peace, Person Kid. Kofi says, shaking my head, boo. Black folk love internet attention too much. I always say it. Oh, boo. Okay. I was like, what do you mean, boo? Actually, I still don't know what boo means. I think it's B-O. I don't know what boo means over there. Leonard says, total over 2 years. That's low down, right? Hashiali says, looks fake. Oh, okay. I don't know. It probably. I hope so. I don't know. Tyler says, black people do not commit enough organized crime. That requires intelligence and security operations, which would then allow a machine to easily smoke out traitors. I don't know if you mean BET culture would change ASAP, or you mean Beck culture would change ASAP. But yeah, machine to easily smoke out traitors. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole Judas and the Black Messiah thing, that was pretty telling, because that dude, I don't know, he probably was facing quite a few years, but it is what it is. This is a important one right here. This one's rich folk, still bitch folk. These are black folk with money. I know some of y'all, I know I'm telling on myself. One of these brothers one time, he said that I qualified for for something. He was like, you just gotta make it under 150,000, and you qualify for that. I'm like, shit, boy, you already know. I ain't like that. But this is what I'm saying about black folk. You making $125,000 as a white person and making $125,000 as a black person isn't the same. Like this is the difference. And what's interesting is that I saw this video today. This is another video today, right? I'm gonna show you guys. Well, this white boy is spending maybe $120,000 a year in Africa, right? 4 months. In 4 months, he's spending $120,000 a year in Africa. Why? Because he understands that, look, when you get money, you're supposed to, you could go and enjoy your life. If you go and enjoy your life, like here's two things you can do with your money. You can keep it, invest, or you can go out and enjoy your life. But if you're gonna go out and enjoy your life, do it in Africa. Do it among black people. You understand? Enrich your people. Now, of course, this white boy is probably enriching his own people in Africa. That makes sense, right? But what I'm telling you is that you're supposed to do that. But here you got these black folk. They making money. They making bank. You know, this is your you know. You know what I'm saying? Let's go make fun of somebody, but never mind. But like, this is the people that they get bread, and they still, I'm a victim. You know, I guess she decided to, you know, why the racial wealth gap is, you know, this is how a white person climbs a ladder. This is how a black person climbs a ladder. Like, what are you even talking about? You making money, do something with it. You know, and it's not like every white person is, you know, I'm going to save my money and I'm going to, not everyone's doing that. If you're making money, if you're making this kind of bread, stop complaining. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. This person is complaining because if you look at what $125,000 they're referencing, they're saying they want to get the $10,000 off their student loan too. Now you fucking dummy. You making all that bread. And I'm saying that because, you know, even though I have a pretty decent life, even I'm saying, look, I don't make that. I mean, everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. But what I'm saying is that even I'm saying, look, you making all that bread? Shut the fuck up and pay your damn bills. What you looking for a handout and you this far in life? Why are you looking for a handout and you this far in life? Shut the fuck up and let's just pay your damn bills. I want the $10,000 too. And the irony of it is that as far as I know, I mean, I didn't look into it too deeply because I'm just waiting for the $10,000. But as far as I know, it's really, you got to pay an income driven plan. So you ain't, like you're going to be paying more. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, these motherfuckers. Let me see what the comments are like, though. But these motherfuckers. What's this? He says, I bet culture would change ASAP. Yeah, Tyler says, I bet culture would change ASAP. Tanzan's here. Tanzan's going to rewind or something. Brother Bakari's here. Peace, Brother Bakari. And that's it. Yeah. We got, yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Like these motherfuckers. So we're going to go a little more into it. Let's see what this is. So I think, though, like what happens is that, you know, I'm not going to say that she tripping, though. Look at the motherfucker. It says, White House officials are leaning towards canceling up to $10,000 in student loan debt for borrowers who make less than $125,000. And then this white boy, Adam Baldwin, I don't know who that is, but he's a blue check. He goes, which job that requires a bachelor's degree pays less than $125,000? Like, that's why you are like on another fucking planet, though. I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, if you make $125,000 as a black person, you should be good. You know, like you probably in tech or some shit. I don't know. But again, you know, some of these white folks don't even know what the fucking dollar is. You know what I'm saying? So this white boy is gonna say mine by a lot, a whole lot. Apparently he probably like a teacher with a PhD. That don't make no damn sense. No, he looks like a professor. But still, yeah. Mine by a whole lot. Like, yeah, bachelor's degree, you're paying. Like, where the fuck they at? But anyway, so I go, let me find out. Let me see what this is. Let me find out something. What was I trying to find out? Oh, yeah. So this is important, though. I just wanted to really give y'all this. Somebody said this on the Discord. It says, according to the Pew Research Group, the number of African immigrant millionaires in U.S. is surging. Since U.S. millionaires' businesses are in Africa, we need more. And I mean, this is a whole video. I'm just realizing I probably can't even play the video. Yeah, I probably can't even play the video. It's funded. It looks like it's Voices of America. Voice of America. Yeah, they probably gonna take that shit down. But basically, yeah, that's another reason why, and that's what I'm saying to you though. You see, you got so many black folk with wealth. Because when you look at the original post about the lady, $125,000 not the same, right? A lot of black folk co-signing. Like, yeah, man, when I make my 150,000, I get my 200,000, and I just can't even eat, some dumb shit like that, The reality is that you got so many black folk. You even got black millionaires from Africa. Okay? And notwithstanding that, you still don't got what you need. So I'll tell you guys this. I finally finished Wealth of Nations. All right. Last chapter is on public debt. Okay, on the governmental debt. And what's interesting is this. This is something that I didn't even know. I mean, not that I didn't know, but it's just something that's nice to read about. Because a lot of times we know about this stuff, or we see it in like a tweet. Maybe Harsh Reality might drop it, in a tweet, and then we that's it. So you get to read like a whole chapter on it, right? But it's something along the lines of, and this is the point that I wanted to emphasize, right? So it's not necessarily something that you might have seen in the tweet per se, but still it's something I want to emphasize, right? Which is, he's like, a lot of private individuals pay the debt to the country, So he's like back in England or whatever, England would go to war, and then they didn't have enough money to go to war because they have their regular revenue from taxes, but beyond that, when they go to war, their expenses increase. And how they cover those expenses is they go to the private individuals who are saving their money, and they say, yeah, I'll give you some, I'll give you some stock, or I'll give you something, I'll pay you back with some good interest. And a lot of people take that. Okay. So why do I say that? I say that because that's a mechanic that he's outlining that Wazungu uses in order to afford these wars that they run. Because sometimes we tend to be like, well, they can afford the wars because that's what they do, right? But realistically speaking, they still paying people, even if they can devalue their currency. But there's long-term consequences for devaluing your currency. Okay. Either way, they just borrow from some of their own people, right? Why I say that is to say this: you got all these millionaires, you got all these rich folk, you got all this, but you still have governments with no damn money. See, because the white man said, look, my government don't got money. That's good. I'm going to give to my government, and my government will have money. Right? And now this one looked like it might even be focused on Nigeria. Right? Where's Nigeria right now? I mean, when I say where's Nigeria, I know some of y'all are like, man, it's right next to Niger. No. I mean, like, where is Nigeria financially, economically? Yeah, I know that was a bad joke, right? Some of y'all are like, I ain't nobody was thinking that. Anyway, let me just see what the comments are like. You guys can elaborate on that. Tyler says, I was told by a scientist who works with U.S. aid to look at expanding my manufacturing company to East Africa with the help of U.S. That's how I said. I was going to say that. See what I'm saying? I was going to say, Tyler's one of the people with money. I was going to put it out there. But I mean, he's one of the people with money because it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You go, I'm expanding my manufacturing company. That's the type of shit that y'all want people to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just be talking shit. This dude's like, I'm expanding my manufacturing company to East Africa. Yo, that's a brother y'all need to chat with. Y'all need to talk to. Anyway, Tyler says, guess what? I will be doing that. All right, so we can get access to raw ore inputs. We'll invest in building up the industry there. Yeah, I mean, and the important thing is this too, that because even this boy, Adam Smith, is like, look, when you give money to the government starts listening to you. Start listening to you. Because they're like, oh, I have to pay you back and you good for it and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, if you want a politician that if you want me to support a politician, if you want me to support a policy, I'll do that. And this is not 2022 America. This is before America was a country. Okay? This is like 1774 or some shit. Okay? He's telling you what they was doing in England before America was a country. He's writing this book. Matter of fact, I think the edition I got, he's writing this book during the Revolutionary War. Okay? He's like, man, this disturbance in the colonies. That's what that's what he calls America. Okay? You know what's weird? I just got like Like, I just lost like 3 likes. I don't know what happened. People just like, I'm gonna dislike this. That's funny. All right. Anyway, but anyway, that's what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna change the subject right there. But I said, look, he's not lying though. So this is gonna be a white boy. He's gonna tell you about what he do in Africa, and all the people in Africa are talking about, I feel so poor. But what I want you to know is that there's so many people that could do this.
In Cape Town, my house is. I spend 4 months a year in Cape Town. My house is 12,000 square feet. I have a steam room, sauna. I have a full home CrossFit gym. I have 2 security guards on rotation. I have a full-time chef who cooks me 3 meals a day. I have tried my best in Cape Town to spend more than $30,000 a month. I can't. I go to every single restaurant. I try to look for the most expensive bottle of wine. I've never been able to find anything more than $100. Right?
Really?
Cape Town is so cheap, man. It's insane.
Yeah, so the people in Africa right now, people in Cape Town are just like, what? It's cheap? It's so expensive. It's so expensive. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive for you. Because if you can't say, look, if you can't be like Tyler and be like, look, I'm about to build a manufacturing plant, and if you can't say that, it's gonna be cheap for you. But see, a manufacturing plant, that's expensive. You understand? If you are not preparing, and this is why I'm going to talk about this later. But some of y'all don't know this, or some of y'all do know this, but I want to be a video game developer. I call myself a video game developer, and that's like the first step of being a video game developer. And so I want to devise this role-playing game system. And in role-playing games, for those who don't know, you develop these core stats that you have, strength, dexterity, all that kind of stuff, right? And then fast forward. So what I want to do is I usually outline this stuff in my books. So for those of you who have my books, you're going to see at some point I'm going to start talking about sometimes I talk about these things like what we need to develop, particularly like educationally, and it's formatted in the same way that you'd expect from a video game, right? Your strength, your intelligence, your wisdom, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to add 2 additional things to that, or maybe 1, but it's going to be called fame and fortune. Because you have to develop that too. You develop your strength, you develop your intelligence, you develop your wisdom, all that kind of stuff, sure. But you got to develop your fame and fortune. Because when you develop your fortune, you're going to realize that everywhere is cheap. When you develop your fortune, you're going to realize that everywhere is cheap, or everywhere is livable. But as long as you are not trying to develop your fortune, and instead if you're just trying to borrow and get stuff for free, we were talking about that yesterday on the Shoot the Breeze. If you just wanted to get things for free, you always gonna have hardships, cause that's a hard life. It's like the homeless person who's like, hey, can I get $1? Can I get $3? Sure, you could probably collect more than a person working a wage, doing that, begging. If you on the right street, you might collect more. It's still a hard life. And the reality is that wages are not much better. You have to set time aside for how you're going to develop your fame or your fortune. Okay? In some respects, I'll say this, that maybe me doing this podcast is me developing a little bit of fame. I mean, it's not working. It's not that it's not working, but I'm not famous, but it is a step forward. Okay? I'll put it that way. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Rich folks still bitch folk. But you see, what I want you to also take away from this is this white boy, he could afford, he goes to Africa, gets a nice house, gets sauna, CrossFit gym, security guards. And I mean, yeah, it's expensive for, in American standards too. He got 2 security guards and a thing. But of course, you couldn't afford that in America for no $30,000. Actually, maybe you can. $30,000 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. This motherfucker making bank. But he said, look, I'm going to go 4 months in Africa and just whatever. And if you guys understand what it means, and of course, for some people who don't know, if a man's going to South Africa, maybe not this white boy, but if a black man's going to South Africa, there's a reason, You know what I'm saying? There's a reason. Brother Carter said it's low. Oh, the volume? Yeah, I think it had subtitles. But basically, the man said he just has a good ass house in Africa, and he is like a chef, a home chef, and all that shit, and he's barely breaking $30,000 a month, or he can't, Chief Mindset says build African themed games. Yeah, I'm trying to, but them shit don't sell You know, because we not like if y'all look at, I was about to show that on the Discord. I was about to show off my video game collection. You know, I looked at my Steam account. I got 170 plus games, right? But that's me. You know what I mean? And most of them, I mean, some of them is African themed, but most of them, you know, whatever. But I mean, most people ain't really gamers like that, and I don't blame them. You know, I don't blame them. Tyler says, Whitey's on YouTube show you how inexpensive the rest of the world is outside the U.S. Yeah, saw a YouTube video Whitey did in India talking about tourists should spend money there. There are black people living abroad in South America and Colombia who did a podcast. These 2 black men are living large. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go to Colombia, that's another thing too. But, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I was in Ghana, I'm telling you, man, I'm not even balling like that. But the way how I was there, I felt rich. You could sit anywhere. Okay, you could sit anywhere, do anything. You know, never, because the thing is that the dollar was worth 6 times as much as it is here. Now it's worth 9 times as much, which means that what you pay over there for $100, or what you pay over here for $100, you get there for 10. Okay, you get there for $10, right? And you're not really buying nothing for no $100 when you're here. So if you get a meal for $10 over here, that same meal is $1 over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Now the only thing that's expensive is flying over there. That's like $2,000 That's like $2,000 or $1,000. Matter of fact, it's like $1,000. You know, it depends on if you're traveling alone or if you travel with other people. But beyond that, you know, everything is cheap. I used to take Ubers across the freaking city for like $1. You know, $3 for an Uber. You know? Yeah, exchange rate for USD is pretty strong, and I'm telling you, but we're not even leveraging that. We there sitting in America waiting for this white boy to give us something. And it's like, whatever. Anyway, this is another one that says they love us though. This was another BAN. For those of you who don't know what a BAN is, it's a bitch ass. All right. Anyway, let's see what this is. Okay, so this is so this is why I was a little afraid that I can't play this video, but let's see if we can play it.
Ask me. Hello.
The guy we seen walking earlier.
Yeah. What? Ask me a random question.
Are you a nigger?
I'm glad I recorded that. Well, hey, what's up? How are you?
Whoa, I like your nigger self. You're a nigger.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi. How much wood? What?
What?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Niggers.
Hello.
The guy we seen walking earlier.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, all right, so the first kid. All right, so the last kid, this kid was, apparently he's a famous Twitcher or something like that, or YouTube or something like that. Anyway, but look at this. In order to justify putting this up, because I thought it was an interesting video. In order to justify putting this up, I have to find some sort of enemy within. You know, I just can't just show y'all shit without whatever. So, this is it. It's funny because we don't even get offended. The hate is really love in another form. They have this much hate means you really, really love me. LOL. Like I'm telling you, man, something like you're gonna notice. I'm gonna tell you, like we're gonna go through the past me section. There was this one past me. I'm telling you, this one was the Drew Barrymore. I just saw this right before this podcast. I'm glad I saw it. This motherfucker, like some of y'all is just so like some of your people just. I ain't got no words. What is she talking about? Like this is how y'all like. First off, so these white folk. I mean, look, I'll tell you this. White folk, you know, for their credit, it's like this probably never gonna change. As long as you, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I be like, why do I don't want to send my son to the public school system because he gonna come out thinking he's an N-word. You know what I mean? He gonna come out thinking he an N-word. Or is this gonna be somewhere in the back of his mind? And the reality is this: these white folk go to the public school system, and it comes out in them thinking these black folk are N-words. They listen to the popular music, and one of the thoughts that comes across to them is that these are N-words. Like, just imagine you're a white person, right? I know it's hard, right? Well, it's hard for some of us, right? You know what I'm saying? It's easy for some other people. But imagine you're a white person, right? You wake up, you know, you get up, you liking a song. Surprisingly, it makes you want to dance, makes you want to bop your head, you know, let's say it's DMX, right? Y'all gonna let me lose, right? Whatever, right? You bang into it. And every once in a while, he says the N-word. Now, you don't know the N-word. You ain't familiar with it. But you singing along with the song, right? You know, if I got to bring it to you cowards, right? Whatever, right? You singing along. Suddenly somebody come along and say, hey, man, you know, you can't say those words. You're like, well, oh, yeah, because of the vulgarity? Because of the curses? No. Because of the N-word. And what's that? Well, N-word's a freaking black person. So why do they say that? I don't know. Like, I don't know. They just telling us not to say it. Oh, okay. How stupid is that? And, you know, Brother Bakari would always tell you, like he would tell you, like, how stupid is that? You there. And the thing is this, all the music, most of the music is designed for the biggest audience. Like how the brother is telling me, Achieve Mindset's telling me, hey, you know, make a video game that for an African audience. And I say, look, man, you know, video games for real are not really for African audiences. At this point, are you talking about role playing games? Like I can tell y'all this, you know, Dungeons and Dragons just came out with a new edition a week ago. Ain't nobody was talking about that. I ain't seen nobody talking about that, except for white folk. You know what I mean? That's the most popular role playing game franchise on the planet, right? If I'm making a role playing game, you know, and the most popular role playing franchise, you know, realistically speaking, it's not there. So you got to go by the market. Now the market for rap music, if y'all remember back when y'all was kids, the market for the concerts, the market for the CDs are white folk. You know? Who gonna spend $130 to stand in a room and listen to the musician that they can hear on the radio? Who's gonna pay for the radio when you could record it? You know, when you could just get a cassette and you could record it. Who's gonna play for Beyonce's new album when you could have went on LimeWire? Or even like let's say if I really want to hear a music video, I could just record it. You know, I could do the screen capture and just record it, or I could just open it up on YouTube. Who's gonna pay for that? And the question is that one boy you saw earlier. The one boy you saw earlier who was like, hey, look, I'm just going to buy the most expensive. I'm looking for the most expensive bottle of wine. I'm looking for the luxuries. I'm looking for the MP3. That boy's going to pay for it. You know? And because he's going to pay for it, the market is geared towards him. You know? Hold on a second. So exchange rate. So Jose is telling us, dang, Jose, you don't sleep at all. He says, buy a fridge or TV over there, and it's reversed. Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, because we're not manufacturing it. The thing is this, that if you importing stuff, it's going to cost more. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to say it's going to cost more than what you would get in America. The reality is this, it's going to cost the same as you get in America. That's what it is. Because I remember I told this sister wanted to buy a juicer, and she told me the price of the juicer, and it was the same price that I would have gotten the juicer out if I would have bought it online. You know what I mean? Now, actually, with the fridge and TV, though, because they're so big, that you probably have to pay extra for the shipping. But other than that, that's it. Brother Bakari says, do you make money from gaming? I don't know. If I were to make a game, maybe. But, you know, if I were gaming, I say, I can't. I want to low-key do that streaming stuff, but I'm doing this. You know what I mean? I want to low-key play my Baldur's Gate, but I'm doing this. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, but a lot of people can make money. I think that dude, well, we ain't see, like, matter of fact, that kid that we saw, the last one that said the N-word, he probably makes money from streaming video games. Like, a lot of people make money from streaming video games. Like if you go on YouTube and you look up Fortnite, League of Legends, DOTA, you look up those games, there's a lot of people making, like, their whole life is just making video games. You know? A lot of people. It's mostly white folk, but, like, yeah, it's a thing. Hotep to Jose. Kofi said, play the video. Oh, I did play the video. TF. Pilot said TF. Sankara says, Negroes love white acknowledgement in any form. Achieve Mindset says, which game? I said Dungeons and Dragons. It's a tabletop game, but nobody plays that shit. Tyler says, do an African-themed version of Total War. Yeah. I mean, again, but the people playing Total War are, like, mostly white folk, you know? And see, when I do African theme, see, my African theme is different from, like, my African theme is, like, anti-European. You know what I mean? That's where it crosses the line. So you could always focus things on Africa and be, you know, LGBT and be whatever. And LGBT and, Europe is a good colonizing force and all that shit. You could do that. You could make quite a bit, but I don't do that shit. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is Neanderthals. You know what I'm saying? That's it just don't sell. It's like, it just don't sell. Brother McCarty says that's Kendrick Lamar. Call a white girl on stage to rap along with him using his lyrics, but stop the music when she says the N-word and told her she can't say that part. The stupidity is loud. Exactly. That's it. Like we don't get it. You make the music for them. I remember because you guys got to look at these Whitney Houston videos. There's a song Whitney Houston plays, whatever. But then when she pans around into the audience, they're all white. Because nobody's paying $130 to sit around and listen, or $200 or $250 to sit around and listen to Whitney Houston in a crowded room, but white folk. So Whitney Houston now has to make music that doesn't offend white people. She can make it that offends black people because nobody gives a shit. You're not paying for it. You aren't the market. Like with this video game, I can make a video game that offends black people. Easy. Black folk don't even play these games. Or if they do, they're just gonna pay it. They're just gonna play it. No, like the dignity, self-respect ain't there. Kendrick Lamar can make a song that offends black people. It don't offend white people. Then the white woman will come and sing a song that offends black people. And he'll say, oh, stop the music. I'm offended. He's that stupid. And some people, yo, this is the greatest rapper. He's a great rapper. As long as they say the N-word with the A and not the hard ER, it's okay. It's just silly. Like Bakari will point out, when you say brother, you mean brother. When you say sister, you mean sister. When you mean player, you mean player. And when you say the N-word, you mean the N-word. I almost said it, but I'll hold off for a second. It is what it is. But like I said, this is the what's this? This is the second part. What is this? Some chicken. Some chicken. That's this guy. The guy who made the video. Yeah, he said the uncensored version. So hopefully I don't get the video removed for that, but it is what it is. This right here, I only saw the last 20 seconds, so I'm not even gonna play the whole thing. I just was wondering. I'm gonna leave that window open. I was just wondering what this was, because the subtitle seemed interesting. Boosie got pulled over by the police and started performing. So I'm just gonna jump to the end because I don't even know. Basically, look at this right here. It was 2 minutes, and I was like, I don't even want to watch it. I don't know what he's possibly gonna do. I don't even know who Boosie is. That's what I'm saying. This is one of these people that just popular. It don't even make any sense. Because I'm old now. You know what I mean? Like, I was interested in rap and stuff back, 20 years ago. I wasn't following the thing after that. Now my internet's acting stupid. Let me refresh this. Let's see if I could jump.
Oh, okay. If you ever get tired of working for them, come work for me. 38, what you make?
All right, so maybe.
What you make a year? 30,000. The money is ready.
Look at this.
That's what we need to know. This is pocket change. 30,000. This is what I keep in my pocket to spend a day. What you make a year?
Hey, look at this. Wait, hold on a second. Y'all heard that though, right? So some of y'all might have. So some people in Cape Town might have been all, oh my gosh, this white man, he spends $30,000 a month. Okay, $30,000 a month in Africa. Okay. Now, obviously, a lot of that's gonna go to white folk because black folk don't really have the developed industry in order to profit from somebody who might want to spend a bunch of money. Okay, that's fine, right? Maybe there's some black folk who do. They're like, hey, you know what? Hey, do you want a hero, or do you want a sub, or do you want an expensive ass bottle of alcohol for $100? And they overcharge this white boy, and the white boy says, I don't give a shit because I got this money. That's $30,000 a month. Boosie just said he spent $30,000 a day. And it's in America. And look who he's trying to give it to. And the reason why I'm even going to this one is because he's going to say something about black women. And I thought that was what I really wanted to highlight. But pay attention. This dude's $30,000 a day.
What you make a year? 40, 30.
So, and then here's the thing too. So, and you see this white boy is making, like you said, like $40,000, $50,000 a year. Okay, so the other white boys, you know, spending $30,000 a month. Boosie is spending $30,000 a day. Of course, and of course, this is the question of why black folk because this is the propaganda that we send out on our own. We send out our own propaganda that's kind of telling you, hey, you know what? It might be good to live in America. Because if this motherfucking idiot Boosie could make $30,000 a day somehow, right, or could spend $30,000 a day somehow, right, and people wonder, well, how do they get poor? But anyway, if he could spend $30,000 a day, right, then I'd like to go to that country too. I'd like to leave my country where I could barely even afford $30,000 a month, let alone a day. And you do the math, 30 times 30 is 900. So we talking about $900,000 a month.
Hey, right? 38, what you make a year in Fairburn? What you make a year? A little more than that? Oh, okay. If you ever get tired of working for them, come work for me. I'll pay you double. I'll pay you double. If you ever...
You hear that? I'll pay you double. Now, of course, he could just be flexing. But even so, like it might not even be. I'll pay you double.
But get tired of this shit, because you don't talk much. I like you. So if you ever get tired of this shit, I will pay you double. And get your dick sucked anytime you want it. Anytime. By black women.
You heard that? I guess your dick sucked anytime you want by black women. Now, my only gripe is that he never gave me that offer. Now I'm joking. Nah, but for real though, this is what I'm saying though. This is your people. See, this white boy could say, hey, look, I'll give you a lot of money. I'll sign you a deal for a lot of things. All you got to do is be you. Be the fucking dumbass that you are. And black folk are going to eat it up. They're going to eat it up. This guy's a household name. I don't even know who he is still. This is a household name. He does a live. He does an Instagram. He does whatever. Black folk around the world are watching him. Along with Cardi B and Megan and all that. Black folk around the world are watching him. Watching for him. Right? This is the flex. This is the propaganda. Somebody was talking about something. This is it. Let me see what the comments are like though. By black women. Motherfucker, y'all. Let's see it say. EL says salute, fam, salute. Tyler Solomon says Boosie pulled a Bobby Shmurda. I don't even know what Bobby Shmurda did. Besides from murder somebody. I don't know how he out. New Age minstrels. Yup. He says he's a moron. Daddy could afford that. He had the money in his pocket. It's not a matter of whether he could afford it or not. You could, if you have $30,000 in your pocket, you probably could pay somebody $70,000 a year. You know what I mean? He had the money in his pocket. That's it. What did he just promise the guy? Some P? No, some mouth, man, and some M. We don't spell like we don't spell. No, I'm joking. Yeah, but that's what it is. Jose said I had to come to the browser running in the background to see if it was this fool. I said to think word wizards were super intelligent. Oh, rappers? Who would think that rappers are super intelligent? Who would think that? Who said that? Who said that? But anyway, yeah. So we gonna just let's say he offering black women. But anyway, let's see. I don't understand this, but get a life, dude. Oh yeah, I don't really understand this one. I'm just going this is weird because like I said, a lot of shits get co-signed. It's not even that important, so we're just gonna I feel like we should just skip it honestly, but I'll just read it. It finally happened. Good morning, friends. Friends? Frederick, this is for everyone. Don't allow friends to change the morning greeting. I'm not one of your little friends, Mom. But how does she respond? She tried again. I'm so happy for you to get this experience. She's not amused, but I'm thrilled. When she said Frederick, I heard the tone of her voice, and you pressed on anyway. I did. Too funny. I'm cracking up. I don't even understand it. This is probably like bougie humor. I don't like. I don't get it, man. Putting them in the fucking enemies within category. Let's move on. Like, it's just fucking weird. Anyway, someone said racism. Oh yeah. So this was more or less me. I just wanted to highlight this. This is pretty interesting. Of course. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. Are you kidding me? Did this shit not? Okay, so the wrong link came through, but that's fine. It was basically, I have it right here too. So this is the guy who, this is another guy, another person. I found another person to say it. Obviously, gay Afro-Caribbean. You already know. Nigeria has, all right, so look. So the title was Nigeria becomes first country to ban white models in adverts, right? And of course, it banned people who were not Nigerian, which is what you're supposed to do, okay? To an extent, obviously, you wouldn't mind a Ghanaian there, but, this is the first step, right? Nigeria has banned models and voiceover artists that aren't Nigerian, but the Times has made it about white models because it's a fascist rag. Shut the fuck up, man. Again, somebody cried racism, but this wasn't the same person, but the other person deleted their thing, but it is what it is. Let's move on. This is last one of the BANs is those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. We're just gonna go over this real quick. It says, my goddaughter is the only black starter for Duke's volleyball team. While playing yesterday, she was called a nigger every time she served. She was threatened by a white male that told her to watch her back going to the team bus. A police officer had to be put by their bench. And allegedly the taunts increased afterward. Notwithstanding, let's go, Duke. Now, for those of you, I don't know much about sports. I don't know much about Duke. I just remember Duke lacrosse team. Okay? So the Duke lacrosse team attacked a black woman, and they got off. They got off, like they didn't get charged. Shit. Yeah. And knowing this, like I said, those who fail to understand history are doomed to repeat it. Knowing this is the environment. Back when I was a young person. All I know about Duke, I don't know much about Duke. I heard Duke has a good basketball team. But I heard the lacrosse team attacked a black woman. All you need to know is that. But instead of knowing that, what you're going to do is you're going to send your daughter. Well, this is not even her daughter. This is somebody else's daughter, right? You're going to send somebody else's daughter over there and be like, damn, they call her a nigger. Well, no shit, Sherlock. If we go by, there's two definitions for nigger. I shouldn't use the word, but, there's two definitions for it. One is a black person. And then by that definition, okay, if that's what you want to go along with. I mean, again, if you're a white person, that's what you're going to see. When I was younger, one of the things that opened my eyes to Malcolm X, right? I think the first thing I heard from Malcolm X was he said, what's a black person with a PhD? A nigga. And I was like, oh, shit. Because, I wanted to go get a PhD. And I was like, damn, he's right. That's how they look at us. But the other word for the other definition for that, and I don't want to use the N word too much. I know Brother Bakari is like, shit, man, why you gotta say it so much? But the other definition I heard is an ignorant person, right? Which is kind of just saying black people are ignorant. But check this out. If you know this is a school where a black woman could be attacked, and then everybody's gonna come to their defense, and the white boys, who I'm fairly certain, right? Whatever. Okay. Apparently it's not legal to say anything after somebody's acquitted. But it's called slander, it's called libel, but what have you, right? Notwithstanding, so I don't say it, but for what it is, if a black person could make that accusation and a white person could just walk, ain't you an ignorant person if you going over there to go serve for their team? And I mean, that's a double entendre for the serve, right? Because that's how you play the sport, right? Every time she served. It is what it is. Now, fortunately for this young girl, right? All they did was call her names. Fortunately for this little girl, for now. But trouble's brewing. If they're attacking women, trouble is brewing. What I would do is I would get my daughter out of there. Now, apparently, she's probably running for the criminal court. Shit. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. That's the end of the BANs though. Let me see what the comments are like. We could see what the comments are like. Brother McCarty says the same guy who said ain't no racism, white people and police don't bother him. It's N-words in the hood waiting on him. The chopper trying to kill an N-word. Lil Boosie sent those black girls to the Duke lacrosse team. He did? Shit. All right, I don't know if that was a joke, but that's some serious. That's serious if he did. Because young black people are socialized to aim for being part of the white society. I'm saying, and it's like you said about like I would, because the thing is this Duke lacrosse team. We all know about that. Unprotected. You know the sisters are unprotected, and we sending them there. Go ahead, Oni, and use it. I understand why you're using it right now. You're teaching right now. Yeah, you know, I'm my fault. I usually don't use it, but, you know, I just, whatever. But now we're going to go to the ABA. I need to redo this voice, but, you know, it is what it is. Beatbox and singing at the same time, though. Come on.
I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Wait, no, don't call me. Don't call me an African. What? I'm a Moor. I'm American Indian. I'm an Indian. Shit, you call me slave. You don't call me no damn African. No, I'm amazing boy an African.
Anyway, let me see what the comments are. I see some more comments. I'm gonna go to the comments. Tanzan says she may be playing on scholarship, so she has to play to get it. Nah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta have some damn sense and say to yourself where you going to be safe. Because I tell y'all this, I you know, actually I almost got a date for telling this story. But I tell you guys in a podcast a long time back, right? You know, apparently it's Harsh Reality's favorite, the one about the white women, right? And there's this is a story I'll tell y'all. I was one time in this dorm. It was me and this other brother, right? Or I shouldn't even say brother. It was me and this other brother, and then two white boys were all in this suite together, right? And then we just chilling one night, and then this sister and this white woman walk in, shit-faced. Sister's drunk. The white girl was also drunk, right? But not as drunk. The sister was wasted. Okay? White girl walks into a suite of boys, and she sees the black man. Now that sister was fine. Okay? Sees the black man looking at her like, damn, she's sexy. Okay? So the white girl saw the. I keep saying sister. I don't really know white folk like that. So anyway, so the white girl walks in with the sister, and she notices that this black man's looking at the sister like she fine. And the white girl know the sister fine. White girl's low key fugly. But I guess her and the white girl and the black girl, they decide to drink to the point of, you know, like no sense. So what does the white girl do? She notices this black man looking at her, and she's like, "You like her?" and all that shit. And she's like, "Yeah, you know, whatever." And so she's like, "Okay, well, could you watch her for a moment? I'm gonna step out." So then she leaves this black girl who trusted her safety to this white girl into the room, right? Now the black boy sees this opportunity, and he's looking at all of us. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, unfortunately, you know, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I was low-key a virgin at that point. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? Yeah, I was a late bloomer. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Anyway, but the other white boys were looking around, and they were kind of quiet, whatever, right? I didn't know what was going on. I felt like this was probably something that was not supposed to be happening. But the black boy takes the sister to his room. Okay? Now I'm just like, uh-oh. No, I don't know what's going on, right? Still, the white boys look at each other and they say, she's gonna get raped. And so then I'm just like, okay, yeah. And so usually, you know, I'm kind of low-key a comedian back in college, you know, like just joke telling, not serious, because, you know, what's there to be serious about, you know? But I had to go up to this brother. I go knock on his door, and I'm like, yo, you know, you can't do this, right? And he's like, well, who's gonna stop me? And I'm like, look, man, you know, because this guy, he already, like, we had a past together where this dude already brandished a knife on me. Like, we in the middle of college. he's like, you know, one of them Napoleon complex type dudes, you know, muscles, you know, fighting ability, and he got a fucking like blade. You know, I'm just a strawdy ass kid at the time, and so I'm like, and I was older than him. I ain't gonna hold you, but still, like, you know, I'm not gonna win against no muscular dude with a knife. You know, it's not going. It's not what I mean. I would still fight, but I'd probably die. Either way, I said, look, let me intervene. I tell this dude, look, you can't do this. You know, and he was like, and then eventually he was like, I can get her anytime I want. I'm like, so get her when she's sober, right? And he was like, all right, fine. And then he let the girl go, right? And of course, I see the girl later on campus. I ain't say nothing to her. She's still cute, but I ain't talked to her. Either way, the whole thing about that is that this white girl was going to leave this sister to get raped by this boy. And what's going to happen is this. Let's say he went through with it, right? The black girl has this traumatic experience, right? And he going to go to prison. And so 2 black people's lives are going to be destroyed. And all because these black folk trusted these white folk. Like, if I wasn't there, if I was just out of the room or what have you, right? That's what would happen. You know? Somehow life is gonna go bad for some people. It could even be the case that nobody says anything, and then this dude ups and kills one of us because he's like, "What are y'all gonna talk about it?" You know, when there's an investigation going on, it don't matter. Something was gonna be going on. You know, so I mean, that's to the question that Hept is asking, which is why our sister's so unprotected. Also, Tanzan talking about what she's doing. The reality is that you're so unsafe that a scholarship isn't worth it. You understand? You're so unsafe that a scholarship is not worth it. Now, I do advise black folk, get yourself a full ride when you can. But you also have to prioritize your security. You know, I don't know what Tyler's saying. That was some hidden hand stuff and to say that I might have helped out or whatever. Well, the reality is that sometimes you're not going to have a hidden hand. If that's what Tyler's talking about. Sometimes you're not going to have somebody to help you out. You know, I mean, we were talking about Tupac yesterday. The thing I know about Tupac is this. There's a story of Tupac being accused of raping a woman. Okay? Some woman is apparently grinding on men on the dance floor, low-key trying to like simulate sex with him on the dance floor. He's like, she's a little extreme. Then eventually she goes into a room and drags him in. And then there are some other guys who are going to, you know, have sex with this woman. Or they're like basically taking advantage of her drunken state or what have you. And Tupac says, nah, I'm good, and declines. And he walks away. And my takeaway from this, that's his story. His story is that this woman was getting sexually assaulted, but he wasn't the one who sexually assaulted her, right? She came back and said the story was that he did it. He's like, no, I saw it happening. I just walked away. And that's the reality. The reality, and so when I heard that story, I said, look, you know, one thing about ma'at or whatever, right, or just spirituality or whatever you want to talk, morality, however you want to call it, right, is that you see something wrong going on, if you could stop it, then stop it. You know? If you can stop it, then stop it. But the reality is that some people are not going to stop it. And the fewer black folk there, the fewer black folk of character or of moral or of some moral standing, some moral upbringing, right? The more likely that something treacherous is going to happen. I don't want to keep going on about some personal testimony, but I do want to share this story too. You know, I was at a playground the other day, right? At night, late at night. Okay, no kids were there. Okay, my son was there. I was there. Whatever. Right. I had my son running around freely. You know, barely looking at him because nobody was there. You know, and I mean, I was a little bit concerned, but I wasn't too concerned because again, nobody was there. There's only one entrance into the playground. Right. 30 minutes later, I see some dude leaving the playground from the one entrance. Okay? Now, that shit don't make no damn sense. Now, to my thinking, it could be that there's another entrance into the playground. A hidden entrance. That nobody but a few low-down criminals know. Okay? Or not that nobody knows. Maybe it's on the other side of the whatever. Right? I don't know. The other thing could be that this motherfucker was just waiting in the playground for somebody who was unprotected. Okay? And he said, it's just a little boy. You understand? And that implies to you everything you need to know. Oh, it's just a little boy. Or even, his father's here. You know? If that kid makes a noise, his father's going to come in. All right? That's all. And see, and the thing is this too. Only because my son don't really talk to strangers, right? It could have been that this dude was like, hey, psst, come here. Psst. I don't know. Because maybe another kid might be like, oh, yes, sir. He's like, shh, be quiet. You never know. Well, it's a good thing my son don't do that. But the point being, that's like somebody's lurking around. And I want you to understand that why our sisters are so unprotected. The reason why sisters are so unprotected is because nobody's protected. You guys got to go back to that old podcast I had where you guys got to go back to that podcast because that the first story in that podcast really is what changed me. You know, once upon a time I used to be a college feminist till I was hanging out with these feminists and this white boy set them in their place, and I was like, oh. Like he said, because the women were saying, the white women were saying, we should be safe anywhere we go. And the white boy said, I'm not even safe when I go to my car. So the question is, why are sisters so unprotected? Because nobody's protected. So you're going to go over to Duke University. Like the only people that's going to protect you is the people that like you could be protected, but you gotta be suspicious. And the reality is, if you're surrounded by enemies, you are in trouble. When you're surrounded by enemies, that's when you're at your least protection. If you're surrounded by potential allies, you might be good. You know what I mean? Like if some shit goes down and I'm with my son, it might be that some people would stand up for me. Right? But maybe not if I'm in a white area around enemies looking for some black man to lynch. But, you know, they calling her nigga at the thing. It's like, why black? Like, cause nobody's gonna protect you if they call you nigga. So you playing on scholarship, so yes. Yeah, so yeah, you can play on scholarship, but that's it. Sankara says, love that ABA. Black destruction all around. That was some hidden hand stuff. They'll say, you see what they do even to their own. Yeah, exactly. Tanzan says, no protection even from the so-called sisterhood. She should not have been in that situation in the first place. Inviting yourself to your own lynching. Yup. But that's all we do. What do you think this girl gonna do when her teammates? Oh please! What do you think this girl gonna do when her teammates bring her out somewhere? You think all her teammates are gonna have her best interest at heart? The one smiling in her face is gonna bring her right to some. Man, I feel sorry. Tyler Solomon says, no, the story of the white girl setting the stage for the situation. She set that stage, and I saw it firsthand. I tell you, all right. Let's see what the ABAs are. So I just blocked this person low key. And like I said, I don't even need to. Part of me just wanted to play my intro. Part of me just wanted to play my song. So I was like, let me find something for ABA. Part of me just wanted to play my song. But most of these people, look, I blocked them. What's this idiot say? Oh, yeah, this is the Kenya video.
And surrounded by predominantly black society, race is not the primary identifier. You have ethnicity, you have gender, you have
I'm going to try to turn it up.
But race is not at the tip of our tongues. That growing up in Kenya and surrounded by predominantly black society, race is not the primary identifier. You have ethnicity, you have gender, you have
So basically, she says, growing up in Kenya and surrounded by predominantly black society, race is not the primary identifier. You know, and again, like I said, you know, you want to go by the fame and fortune thing I was talking about. Okay, fame and fortune. Fame and fortune are the primary. I'll say it like this, you know. So I was reading Adam Smith, and he was actually talking about something similar to that, right? Where he was saying, look, there are 4 ways to distinguish yourself in society, right? That's your personal ability, right? That's one. Then he says your wealth. That's another one. It's kind of like the fortune I was talking about, right? Then he says your family lineage. And then he says, your age, right? So like age also distinguishes, all things being equal, two people of, different ages, the older person sometimes, like all things being equal, the older person gets precedence, right? Now obviously you can't change your age on your own. That thing just changes by itself. So I didn't even include that. But the whole thing about this is this, right? Lupita is telling you that she's telling you that in Kenya. No, so what I'm saying is Adam Smith is not saying now there were Negroes. Like in this book, he's constantly talking about black folk, right? Or not constantly, but he talks about black folk a handful of times, right? Maybe like 5, 6, 7 times, right? And it's a big book, so he's not really talking about us that much. But he acknowledges that there are racial groups, and sometimes he talks about Europe and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is this: when you're in England, you're not thinking about, oh well, the big difference between me and this other person is that they're black and I'm white. Maybe if you have there is this one point in time which is actually pretty interesting. I almost showed it in the on the Twitter, but Laro told me not to. No, I'm joking. But there's this one point where he says that the African slave in America eats better than the Irish poor. You know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, that kind of shit. But anyway, but basically this is just some, but this is just common sense. If you in a black community, right? The difference between you and the next person is the difference between you and the next person. If you're both black, then it's probably not going to be a difference. But like I just said, you just block these kind of people. I didn't want to engage them, but I kept saying, quote unquote, Pan-African is replying to this person. So I said, let me just, do something about it. Let me just tell people, look, block this person. So I said, this person is blocked by me, but yes, if you're surrounded by black people, your primary differentiator between people won't be whether or not they are black. Just like in your family hole, your primary differentiator isn't whether your family is your family. But yeah, black. So that's just another ABA. They're just dumb. Here's another one I just want to show you guys quickly. They just want to fight. That's all I'm gonna say. They just want to fight. I don't even like at some point you just gotta say, you don't even, just stop caring about them. I said, this is from an account I blocked. So somebody says, I love Lupita, but I have to side her. And she's beautiful. Okay. But anyway, I love Lupita, but I have to side her and other Africans for ignoring the rampant tribalism that takes place there. You can't pretend that the continent doesn't have over 300 plus tribes and folks don't identify based on their tribal lineage over the color of their skin. Now, again, the difference, but this dude he's just wants to fight. And you're going to see this. Look at this. Baby, I think we need to mind our black American business on this one. Let's not start another diaspora war. Please, I beg. Request denied, beloved. I love the diaspora wars and want the divorce. Y'all can't see me y'all can't see me, but yeah. Like what? Actually, I just realized my camera is on, so I'll make sure y'all can't see me. I'm gonna put this camera on the other side. You know what I mean? Some motherfucker can see me. Wait, let me double check. Anyway, so request denied, beloved. The fake Pan-African, we all black fantasy is dead. You're more than welcome to prove me wrong, though, by taking that flat backness, we're all one Africa, the mama Africa, and prove me wrong, right? But the main sentence is this. I love the diaspora wars, notwithstanding that black folks still trying to engage this dude. For what? Famous quote, leave those in error who love their error. What are you bothering this man for? What are you bothering him for? Somebody says, hey, I love to disrupt and destroy your organizations, destroy your unity. That's my passion. What are you reaching out to? Well, would you understand something differently what if I explained it a little? The motherfucker says, I love diaspora wars. I want a divorce. It's like when you're in a relationship and the woman's like, hey, I want a divorce. The smartest thing for you to motherfucking do, or the man says, I want a divorce. The smartest thing for you to motherfucking do, right? Let's get that motherfucker, go to the fucking court. Get yourself a damn lawyer. That's the most important thing you're supposed to be doing. If you I think that, and it's like, look, I mean, sometimes you can salvage a relationship. I'm not going to say you can't salvage a relationship. Okay? Sometimes when people say that they want a divorce, though, they already tried to salvage it. But I'm not saying you can't salvage a relationship. One thing is this. You don't have no relationship with this damn man on the damn internet. I'll tell you that right now. You don't have no fucking relationship with him, so I don't know what you're trying to salvage. You ain't never had no relationship with this person. You ain't never been intimate with this person. You don't have to involve yourself with this person. You could just block this person. Okay? You just see this shit, you block it. You know, I only put it up. Only reason why you hearing about this motherfucker from me, because I have a podcast. Right? And I wanted to play my song, because I like the song. Right? Anyway, I'm about to sing it, but I can't. But other than that, like, come on. The motherfucker says, hey, I love the diaspora boys, and I want the divorce. That's all you need to know. Say, okay, divorce, finalized, boom. You're not in the meeting when shit's nice. You ain't there. When we giving out wealth, you ain't gonna be one of the recipients. You know what I mean? When we buying plane tickets, we'll make sure not to send you one. Okay? When the school's open, your kids is not allowed. All right? That's it. You just have a catalog when people, you know, I think it was Maya Angelou. She said, look, when people tell you who they are, believe them the first time. That's all you need to do. Man says he's about war. Believe him. I don't want no fucking unity. Believe him. He's not even one of them people that's trying to fake it. You know, be like, oh, well, I just want to know the truth. Like, those people could come in slick. They know how to fake it. They know how to be like, because you're gonna think they authentic and they turn out they full of shit. Right? That's not one of them. I want violence. Anyway. Something got unplugged. I don't know what. Y'all still hear me? All right, let me see what the comments are like. Let's see. Black destruction all around. Let's see. No protection. Sisterhood here. Exactly. Kofi retracted something. Kofi says, Yao clipboard. Can't take Lupita seriously. I mean, you know, she cute. That's all I can say. Sankara says, dumb tribes in many cases the same race. Yeah, tribes are the same race. Yeah. Far as I'm concerned, these clouds are ages, just like ADOS, and I also believe some of these people behind the computer screens are not even black. Yeah, sometimes they're not. Blocking someone who loves diaspora is well justified. If Pan-Africans is dead, we are dead. Yep. She is saying race is not a big distinction when everyone around you is black. Yeah, I mean, nobody's like, oh, look at this black person. Oh my gosh, another black person. You know, it's like, duh, they're black. Like, what do you think? You're in fucking Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think they're gonna be? It's like going to China and being like, what? They're Asian. Anyway, this is another one. I thought this was a pretty important. So we're gonna talk about. So the Christians are another group of ABAs. I ain't gonna hold y'all. So the Christians say, what motivational advice can you give someone who has lost hope? And a lot of these are just stupid. I would tell them what I've told myself plenty of times. When you can't soar, run. Isaiah 40:31. Start small, make your bed today, so on and so forth. A word I muted. Seasons change. Tomorrow you'll have forgotten all about it and laugh. When is tomorrow goes to come? What if tomorrow never comes? I guess this person's like depressed or some shit. As long as she still breathes, God's not dead. This is the unfortunate thing is this, that there are people who lost hope and they need somebody, and what the somebody is giving them is this. Okay? That's a problem. Because a lot, like I tell you, man, y'all, you gotta walk outside. My thing is, I don't go outside that much, not anymore, especially not at night, because I have this little kid. I don't walk outside at night like that, right? I did the other day. Like I said, you know, you go to the playground, some motherfuckers just lurking in the playground, trying to rape a child. Okay? Like that was their fucking day. Their day, that day was, I want to rape a child. An unfortunate child who's going to come into this playground thinking it's empty. I want to attack that child. That's what the person woke up and said, hey, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to go hang around in a fucking playground to rape a child in the hood. That's probably all it was. Now, it's possible this person just decided to sleep. I doubt it, because why the fuck were they leaving? You know? Why were they leaving? Anyway, so he says, so this will feature on Sunday. I said a lot of advice is to either pray or do nothing. You know, they say, oh, if somebody needs advice, they should do nothing. That's why I just want to tell you guys, look, realistically, a person who loses hope should seek to understand the world better and notice that the only ones who should lose hope are the dying. You know, like if you got a bullet through your stomach, you should start losing hope. You start losing hope because you're going to die. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Increase your health and your wealth and you'll thrive. That's it. That's how the world is. Like I said, the fortune thing, the way how the world works, we're going to talk about that later. But the way the world works is that you increase your health and you increase your wealth. That's it. You're going to thrive. Okay? A lot of people, the reason why they're so depressed, they don't have wealth or they don't have good health. Just increase these two. Not that this, I pray, you know, don't pray. Don't pray. Health, wealth. Okay? Now, I don't want to tell you guys not to pray. I don't personally do it, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, this is another one. So we're just going to jump to the next one though. But yeah, health and wealth. That's it. Tell people health and wealth. In fact, when you hear the end of the podcast, I say, Uncle Johnson, Neb, whatever, right? That's just health and wealth. All right? That's just health and wealth. That's what I'm telling you guys. I'm saying master your health. That's what they said in the ancestral. Our ancestors used to say, Uncle Johnson, Neb, right? I wish you life, wealth, and health. Ankh, life, what was that? What's it? Ankh, Uja, wealth, Seneb, health. Sometimes you say Ankh, Uja, Seneb, Neb. Neb means master, so it means master your health, your life, and your wealth. Okay? Master those. Not in that order, but still, you know, Ankh, Uja, Seneb, Neb, right? Ankh, you know, Ankh is life, right? So just do those. We used to say that. That used to be a greeting. You know, the time we'd say Hotep or a parting would be, you know, I wish you life, wealth, and health. That's what our ancestors used to say. You know, at least for those of you who understand, you know, the relationship between us and ancient Egypt, right? Now, some of you might be like, well, that's not us. Okay, who cares? If you don't feel like that's you, that's fine. That's what some black people somewhere used to say to each other. Okay? That's the motivation you need. But that's all I'm going to say. Now, we're going to go to the next section. And I say that at the end of my podcast, by the way. Let's see what the comments are like. I don't think she was downplaying the Black American experience. Who? What are you talking about, Tanzan? So he says, EL says, all of us need to understand the power of a state. Without a state, we're playing chess without the queen. You know what I'm saying? Africa has states, exactly. Kofi says he's trying to learn Twi. Okay, learn it, bro. I mean, ain't nobody stopping you but you. So let's see. Okay, I have a confession. Look at this. Okay, I have a confession. When I was 10, I used to get hungry during church service. I would sneak to the kitchen and heat up the sausage biscuits they have in the fridge for Sunday school. I didn't know they kept inventory. They said 100 went missing in a month. In my defense, they were mini sausage biscuits. I even went to help search for the missing ones in the deep freezer. There were mini sausages, man, like 4 to a pack. I was drilling like 3 to 4 packs easy. You know how hard it is to eat them MFs and listen to see if the choir was still singing? Somebody said, all I could think of was this. All right. Anyway, okay. Now, this is a big-ass man. He's an old-ass dude, right? 40,000 followers, not even bad. God, Aphex Flexor, 1906 gorilla. Big old gorilla. Look, I want to tell y'all something. I want to break some science down to y'all, man. Joke's on you. Okay, the joke's on this man. Okay? Your mother would give 10% of her income to the church in place of feeding you. In place of feeding her son. So her son is hungry. The boy is eating 100 extra sausage biscuits a month. Church is only 4 days a week. So he's eating 25 biscuits a day. Okay? What the fuck was his mother doing? Why was his mother not feeding her son to the point where this boy decides he's going to eat 25 sausage biscuits? 6 packs. He said it's 4 in a pack. He's eating 6 packs to himself. Now it's possible that it wasn't just him. Might have been the other kids too. It don't matter. He's eating 6 packs to himself. Right? And I want y'all to understand. So 6 packs. So a pack of 4, I don't know how much that might have. Back in those days, that could have been like $3. $3. I don't know. Could have been $5. I don't know. Who cares? $10. Whatever. His mother could not feed him. To the point where instead, here's what happens. Your mother would give 10% of her income to the church in place of feeding you. So that there's money. Because see, 10% of her income is not like let's say she's pulling in let's say she's paying $500 a week. Okay? And I'm just saying that's not to some of y'all that's not a lot, to some of y'all that's not a little. But let's just say she's pulling in $500 a week. She's giving $50 a week to the church instead of feeding her son. But it gets worse. Your mother would give 10% of her income to the church and pay for feeding you. Then she and the rest of your community would shame you so severely. Shame you, the kid, who wants to eat, because that's what kids do. That you'd confide over a decade later. You're going to wait a whole decade later about this honest need to be cared for on the internet and still feel shameful. He's still ashamed. He's trying to justify, he's trying to give excuses for why he would give food. So for why he would take food from the church that he was providing for, when his mother would not provide for him. Now, it could be, hey, look, maybe he's not supposed to eat food that early. Maybe he's not supposed to eat food before the church service. I don't know. As far as I understand, maybe you should eat before you go to church. But if his mother was like, no, you got to, because some other people talking about, my mother used to give me money to put into the offering and I would go and get me some food. Yeah, because that's the money your mother was supposed to, your mother's job gave her to give you food. The money that your mother's job gave her to buy you food, she said, no, I'm going to give it to this church. And then when you said, hey, you know what? I'm going to reappropriate that money because it's $50, right? I'm going to reappropriate that money. I'm going to take a little portion of that so that I could eat because I'm starving. Her community is like, you're a fucking monster. The church's fridge is stocked and his fridge is not stocked. This was one of the things that really got me upset when I was a kid, I was, because I grew up, low-key poor, right? My mother still paid 10%. You understand? Hep says, LOL. Health and wealth is afia na mali. Okay? Afia na mali. All right? Shit, Mali's wealth? Let me find out. And I know some people thinking that's Mary Jane, but Mali is what was an empire in Africa. So imagine that empire being the word for wealth in Swahili. That's pretty interesting. Of course, actually it might be Afia. Afia. Actually, I don't know how you say that. But anyway, Tanzania's gonna be mad at me. She's gonna be pissed. You only know West African words. I don't know how I would know that, but anyway. Forecast and learning curve says greetings, fam. Peace to the chat. But yeah, that's it. That's the joke on us. But anyway, let's see what the next one is. This is a manginas. This is a little bit of violence against women, but that's what manginas are good for. Or that's what they're known for. All right, so the first one is actually, this is pretty interesting. I just don't think I could play it, honestly. Basically, though, what I'm going to say is this. Steve Harvey is going around America, going around talking about how he got his first kiss, okay? I can't play it because I realize that, Steve Harvey's a big-ass name. He's going around talking about how he got his first kiss, right? Basically, this lady... She's like, you don't notice me or whatever, okay? And what happens is this. So Steve Harvey tells a story about how he gets his first kiss. He says that this woman... All right, maybe I can play it and just cut through it every once in a while. No, I'll just finish it because it's pretty long and it's stupid and it's Steve Harvey. Basically, he's 11, she's 16, right? This woman, he says, one day just randomly, he's riding his bike, then she just grabs him and kisses him. And he's like, that traumatized me and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, right? Again, it's a kiss, right? The lady comes onto his show and says, Steve Harvey, you bullshitting. Why you dragging my name like that? That's not what happened. What happened was you would drive around town talking about how you are going to kiss me. Okay? You kept telling everybody, because you're an 11-year-old boy, and you like, I'm going to kiss this woman, right? This big girl. And then finally, you roll your bike up to me, and I grabbed you and I kissed you, right? Because you that's what you wanted. You was looking at me like you wanted to kiss me, and that's what I did. Now, again, he's 11, she's 16, which is, again, they're two kids, right? Kids are not that smart, you know? Like kids, the thing about kids is that they live in their own little world, their own little bubble. They're not really thinking about anything severe. It's kind of like when I was talking about that playground. Later on, some other girl came into the playground, and my son and her were playing around, you know, jumping up and down and having fun. He don't know her age. She don't know his age. They were just playing. They were just kids running up and down, having their little fun, right? The grown man, however, who was waiting in the fucking corner, that was a motherfucker that you had to watch out for. Not the 16-year-old girl and the 11-year-old boy. I mean, it is an age gap, but you know, when you get to my age, you can mess with a lady with a bigger age gap and nobody care. You know, I mean, 11 is kind of young, but again, 16 is young too. Notwithstanding that, how do black men take this story of a kiss? Well, first, I think this first one's a girl. So many of my male friends have stories of them having sex with women older than them when they were younger. Some of them don't even realize they were molested or abused. What the fuck are you talking about? You know, this is not sex. This is not sex. This is a 11-year-old boy who wants to kiss a girl, okay? And the girl he wants to kiss kisses him, okay? Now, he's an 11-year-old boy. He doesn't remember it the same way. She remembers it a little clearer because she's a 16-year-old girl, right? But he was like the story is, and Steve Harvey, you guys could listen to it yourself. Steve Harvey's like, oh, yeah, you're right, you know? Like, he's looking at her like, you know, you're right. I was riding around on my bike talking about how much I want to kiss this girl, right? Who wasn't attractive then. She's not attractive now, but it is what it is. You know, he was like, he thought he was a big girl or whatever, but he wanted to, you know, he wanted to be a man. And that's the thing with 11-year-old boys, that's how they think. Okay? So then they turn into a sex story. I don't know how. You know? Like my son was feeding after a girl. And I mean, as long as she's not 18, 19, 20 and he's 11, you know, I mean it does like again, the 16 does seem a little bit odd, but again, I don't really hold 16-year-olds to the same account that I would a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, somebody in college. You know, maybe they just as silly. You know, again, you all a bunch of black kids in a whatever. You all just a bunch of black kids, and I mean a lot of people are not gonna agree with this, but you all a bunch of black kids hanging out outside. I could imagine y'all creating a world where you just think different. You know? In fact, remind me of this. I was at the playground actually. I'll tell you this. I was at the playground, and then there was this kid. I was talking to one of the the other people who brought their kid-ish to the playground, right? And she was like, "Oh, look at this! There's this one sister, right? There's one little girl, or there's one girl that's running around, and she was like, this girl plays with any kid of any age, and it's so weird that this girl's playing with any kid of any age, right? Because she could be playing with a 4-year-old, she could be playing with a 7-year-old, but she looks like she's 13, 14, right? Come to find out, so I asked this little girl, I say, how old are you, right? And the girl's like, she's 8 or something like that. You know? She just had this big ass growth spurt, right? Where she's just this tall ass motherfucker because her father was a giant, right? But I say all that to say that, realistically speaking, people like kids, they kind of just form their own, worlds. And as long as the adults are not lurking on them, right? Like if you in that world with if that's your world, that's your world. And as long as the adults are the ones who are outside of your world. They're not in your social group. Nobody's asking the adults for anything. The adults are just kind of preying on them. But if this is like Steve Harvey, the way how he describes it, or the way how the lady describes it, is that all of them is friends. And this is his crush. And his crush kisses him. Right? Now, maybe she should not be his crush, but, it was only yesterday that she was 13 and he was 8 or something. I mean, it's still old or whatever, but she was still like a kid. And I don't know, it's weird, but whatever. My point is that I probably wouldn't turn it into a sex story, is what I'm saying. Now, here's what this other guy does. Black boys have the earliest sexual debut among children. The fuck are you talking? Why are we talking about sex? Why do you want to be a victim is the thing. Why do you want to be a victim? This is just the tip of the iceberg. We socialize to view our sexual trauma with glee. What sexual trauma? He got kissed. But what we experience as a result of this is not explored because gender feminist theory assumes males to be perpetrators, not victims. Who the fuck? So this is another one of those motherfuckers. You just, like, I don't know how this motherfucker came on my TL, but it is what it is. You know? That's a block. Anyway, let me see what the, oh, you got, all right. That's a block. Let me see what the comments are like. I mean, I know a lot of people want, like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't bring it to sex. I wouldn't. So let's see. Learning Curve says, the problem is that these churches take from our people, but do not provide for the material needs of our people. No, exactly. I forgot Poa. Poa is chilling. Oh, okay. Anti-misandry crowd has the victim vibes for real. Yeah, they have the guy just ended with, we're not really viewed as victims. Like, that's a good thing. Like, what? Fucking idiot. Manginas, I fucking hate them. So let's see. So this is another one. She ordered for us family. This is a, now you're going to be like, is this a pass me or a mangina? But I mean, I know it's an uncomfortable subject for a lot of people, so I'm just going to skip over that one. But let's go right here. It says, look, someone asked me for lunch this noon. I said, choose your meal and send a bill. She went to Just Jollof page to pick up 5 liters of rice for 35,000 K. No, sorry, for 35,000 and delivery 2,000 and sent me 37,000 bill. Why are you buying 5 liters cooler of rice? Her response was, if you can't afford it, just say so. You know, he says, even if gluttony is following you from family house, is that why you want to eat 5 liters of rice on someone else's bill? Okay, so you might be like, Oni, how is this a mangina? This looks like a pass me. You know, if a woman says, order some food, and then, you know, you say, I'll buy you any type of food, and then whatever, right? Okay, now look at this. She said this, bro. Funny how people just want to clout chase all the fucking time. I was on my own when you texted me saying you want to come watch a movie with me, and you go to Twitter to make it seem like I came to beg you for food. The nerve. My only grudge with that silly write-up is that you failed to tell everyone that you sent me your dick and, like, you know, pictures of your dick, and kept pestering me for nudes and said you wanted to order lunch for us to watch a movie. It's my fault for being receptive to BS because I was trying. Next time, write the full gist or keep my name out of your dirty mouth. See as I day chop insult because of a measly 40,000. Okay? Basically, the dude, apparently the real story is this. He's there, girl, I want you so bad. Look at my dick, it's so hard. You know, come, let's watch a movie together. I'll buy you some food. Let's buy some food. And he's like, okay. She's like, shit, all right, sure, I'll watch this motherfucking movie with you. You gonna buy me food? All right, bet. I'll order some food for the both of us, right? And then she orders the food for the both of them, and he's like, what the fuck? 35? Boom, boom? Oh, fucking mangina. I gotta tell you, man. But let's say, this almost always happens with these fucking anti-misandrist people. Like, it almost always happens with these fucking beta pieces of shit. They're just like, tell the story that only, like, fucking, anyway. You guys get it. Let's see. I sometimes don't intervene. Let's see what this is. Another mangina. I sometimes don't. Oh yeah, this was a bad story. So this is another thing that happens. Let me see what the comments are like though. Anti-misandry crowd. We're gonna try to just rush through this stuff. So this guy and his girlfriend had some fracas at the particular nightclub, and the guy began to beat the girl up. One of the security guys at the club came to her defense and saved her from being beaten to a stupor. Her boyfriend now parked somewhere and waited for the security guy gets off work, right? The security guy gets off work. Immediately, the guy left the club. He drove behind him, right, and followed him to a pharmacy where he made a stop to purchase something and ran him over with his car while he was walking into the pharmacy for having the gut to come up to his girlfriend's defense while he was assaulting her and left him in his own pool of blood. Now, again, this is the reason why we teach about grammar. This guy's grammar is garbage. Is he American? Oh, he's from Nigeria, but he's like, yeah. Anyway, Igbo by birth, American by choice. Fucking all right. All right. Let me not say that word. Right? Hey, was assaulting her and left him in their own pool of blood. Case was reported to the city's police department, and the monster was declared wanted. 1 or 2 weeks later, he was caught in the traffic by the police. Guess who was in the car with his car? Was in his car? The very girl to whom the innocent young man died trying to save. He left wife and 3 kids behind. Make of this information what you may. By the way, this happened in the city I live in. The girl is a friend for a colleague of mine. I had tears rolling down my cheeks for days for the innocent man that died saving an idiot. Right? And yeah, people are going to give you other stories about that. I once tried to stop a couple fighting. The husband gave me a punch. I immediately stopped and start wondering why. One woman who joined to separate them asked why he gave someone who's trying to make peace with him a punch. He said, I touched his wife's boobs. Okay. Anyway, stupid story. I remember when I was in school, my neighbor used to beat the girlfriend to stupor. I was opportune to speak with her one day. I advised her to leave the relationship. She reported me to the boyfriend, and the boyfriend was a cultist. I see something shy. Okay. Yeah, the grammar is garbage, but, you know, I'm not going to be that guy. So you might be like, oh, well, is this even a real story? And, like, yeah. This is it. Like we were talking about Annie's Within. Look at that. Black man, Detroit, no less. He stands up, and the story is that actually the guy runs over him and runs over him again. Okay? All because he stopped the fight. You know, that's the unfortunate thing about this world. Is that, you know, I remember one time I saw this dude and this man and this woman were getting into an argument loud on the train. And so I kind of stood to the side. Now, the dude was huge, though. He was like 350 pounds or some shit. And like 6'4" or something. I'm not really going to tussle with him. But at the same time, I don't want to see him knocking this woman up. Notwithstanding that, she's arguing with this man. Now, here's what I'm going to tell y'all this. See, when it comes to men, we don't really argue with dudes that we can't, like, we're not in a position to beat up. Or we're not in a position to kill. You know what I mean? Like, we're not in that, we don't do that. Like, we do a threat assessment. And we say to ourselves, or even like someone we can't evenly square up with. You know, a dude who's 350 pounds, I'll tell you guys this. So I started gaining weight recently. But let's say usually I'm like 195 pounds. And let's say I'm 6 foot, right? Okay. I'm not going to square up with a dude who is 350 pounds. I'm not saying you can't win a fight when you smaller than a man, because you can, right? But you don't even need to fight this man. The reality is this: all this woman got to do is just say, "Look, I'm not gonna dialogue with you." But she's there talking about his mother. She's there, you know, arguing with him. She's there. You wrong. Don't talk about my mama. Don't talk about my mama. You know. And he's like, "Well, you talk about my mama. Well, don't talk about my mama." And I'm just gotta stand there, and she's kind of like, "Come on, intervene and help me out." And it's like, shit, I might have to. But this dude has he's like, what? N-word with the glasses. Now bear in mind, there was a white boy there too. So there's a white boy next to me who's looking on like, I might have to intervene. And there's me looking on like, I might need to intervene. This black man looks at the both of us, this white man and me, and he says, what are you going to do, N-word with the glasses? Doesn't say nothing about this white boy. You know, but it's like, this man has this, and this woman, and what does the woman and him do later? They're leaving on the same train. So like, if I had to intervene, and you know, this dude like, you know, cause I remember my brother was telling me that one time it was actually a white man, matter of fact, who tried to intervene with some dude who might have been beating up on a white girl. Maybe that's why he tried to intervene. I don't know. But the dude knocked this guy, like punched this guy so hard he flipped over a chair. Right? And that's the thing that could happen. But, you know, again, like I mean, of course, the security guard should intervene in the fight, obviously. But notwithstanding that, the reality of the situation is that a lot of these women, like, you gotta know that, like, hey, look, don't even mess with these motherfuckers. And sure, you know, you do want a man who can do some damage to other men. But if this man also believes in doing damage to women, then leave the motherfucker alone. If a man believes in doing damage to women, leave them alone. Okay? You know, I have this book. It's called like the African Warriors Bible or something like that. I don't know. I think it's one of them. Balagon wrote it. And he was like, look, I'm going to teach you guys martial arts. I'm going to tell you guys about martial arts. But one thing I want to say is this. Do not use these techniques against women. That's it. You can use any technique you want. You can do what, I would teach people, look, learn how to restrain women. Learn how to restrain women. Learn how to back away from women. Learn how to, pin women down. Don't learn how to, don't punch women. Don't kick women. But if you know a man who says, look, I'll punch and I'll kick a woman, then listen to me. Don't, he might be good against other men, but he's going to be fucking hurting you. And you just need to process that. You just need to process that. Come back to, well, it might be a free scholarship. Let's see. Tanzan says, don't lose your life over garbage people. They are together for a reason. There you have it. Well, I don't know about losing my life. I'm still 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? All right, whatever. 5'11", but 5'11 and a half. My brother from our Harsh Reality podcast, Miguel was like, he's 5'11 and a half. And I was like, you know what? I'll say that shit too. Why not? But anyway, I might want to lose my life, but it's not, it ain't worth it. I just stood by to see if he was going to do anything, but he ain't do nothing. So, it is what it is. So look, this is the last one. This is the last one of the manginas. I'm actually pissed off at this anti-misandrist people. They're such fucking trash. Speaking of garbage people, they're like such trash. So look, this is the end result of 3 generations of black boys being raised by their mother, who emasculated them the moment they're born. Men's fashion and Afro hair care. Protect your hair and protect your pride. I'm not gonna hold you. This looks queer as a motherfucker. Sure, it looks weird. It looks pathetic. But my thing is this. You see this type of shit and you blame the black woman. Why do you blame the black woman when clearly there's a need for black men? You know what I mean? Why do you blame the black woman? Because here's another thing about this too. You got to be a really shitty person. Like I'll say it this way. When I tell people that I have most of the custody of my son, they're like, what's wrong with his mother? Now, ain't nothing wrong with her mother. I'm not going to say it like that because, this is recorded and all that kind of shit. But what I want to say is this, that people think that. But the reality is this too, that if you're a man, you can still have custody of your kid. You can still share custody unless you're a shitty dude. No, I shouldn't say that because I know some people probably lost their custody. They're like, I'm not shitty. That's true. I'm not gonna say everybody's shitty. But what I'm gonna say is that for the most part, you still could have visitation. Pretty much the only way you could not get visitation is if you violent against the mother. The mother has to make a pretty damn good case against you having visitation. You have to pretty much not want it. Or you have to pretty much have done something terrible to the mother. Or, but not even to the mother, realistically, probably to the kid. In order for you to not have visitation rights. That's how it, that's like at least nowadays. Maybe back in the day it might have been a little different. Maybe back in the day it might have been like, nah, fuck you, you're a stupid black man. Get the fuck out of my face. Right? But for the most part, you have to have done something. In this day and age. Or at least in my city. I don't know. It could be different in your city. I don't know. Right? But if you can't blame the black woman for the black man not being there. And I was saying this about what we talk about KWZ radio, right? All these black men with children are there. Let's get some props for that. Brother Bakari was there. You got a video of him on Father's Day with his dog, but he always with his family. Harsh Reality, Deep Web, always with his kids. Sometimes he's like, yo, I gotta go put my kid to bed, right? Koku, always. Oh yeah, well I was teaching my son the other day. You're like, oh, all right, bet. Right? And then me, obviously. My kids. You know what I'm saying? He almost in this room. Now, he's not in this room right now. But, that's what I'm like. You got black men who are there for their kids. And then now you got these motherfuckers who, when their mom's there for them, they complaining. So I said, look, man, y'all need to stop blaming mothers for staying with their sons because that sounds dumb as fuck. These are the people who stayed with you. If your father wasn't involved and that was on him or the state, you can blame the state. You can be like, hey man, the state took my father because my father did some dumb shit. My father decided he was going to make $1 million by selling weed to a cop. You know what I'm saying? He was going to sell marijuana to a cop. That's why he in prison. Dummy. He sold marijuana to a snitch. That's why he in prison, dummy. He was trying to transport cocaine to a police officer, and now he in prison. Shit, man, I don't love this state. Stop fighting stupid with stupid. You know? So I'm gonna tell you, stop fighting stupid with stupid. That's what this next one was. So I think I kind of elaborated on more. D-Web thought I was twitching, but look, Negroes whining about their mamas. No, they whining about their mamas stayed in their lives. Like, that's what they whining. They whining about how their mamas stayed in their lives. It's just so dumb. Y'all want her to leave too? Do you want her to leave too? That's the question. Because, newsflash, the foster care system is full of you dummies too. You know what I mean? You know, there was like 52% of the foster care system inside of some city was black kids. That's what they mama and they mama and they baba, or you guys call them dad, I guess, I don't know. But mama and they baba left. Okay? They mama and they baba left them. And now they got a bunch of kids being raised by the state. And black folks still trying to blame their mothers for something. Because see, as a person who stayed with his son, or who stays with his son, and the hardships that comes along with it, right? I can't fault no woman for doing this. And imagine if my mother's, you know, if I were one of them people whose mother stayed for them. As a matter of fact, I am a person whose mother stayed for them, right? But if I'm one of those people whose mother didn't give me away to the foster care system, okay? And for me to get older and put all my problems on her for sticking by me. Like, imagine my son getting older and saying, hey, my problems is that my father stayed with me. The fuck is wrong with that person? Like, no, I'll forgive my son. I mean, it's kind of shitty, but I'll forgive my son because I love this boy. But what I'm saying is that it is shitty for these people to do that. It's shitty for them to do that. Somebody's staying. And meanwhile, you full up with the foster care system. You know? So, I mean, you know, D-Web, this is D-Web. Make sure you guys follow him. D-Web, at D-Web85. It says, you getting jaded, my dude? Because it seems like you're getting jaded. I said, we the fathers that stayed. But these cats are taking it up for the fathers that didn't. It's wild. It's wild. And then I said, look, though admit y'all weird. Oh, yeah, I was going to say that. Some of these motherfuckers is weird, though. Because that picture was kind of weird with the whole... What was this? This is some weird shit. Let's see what this weird shit is. Oh, yeah. So it says, men actually get their nails and feet done at the nail shop? He's like, are you meant to do it in the barbers? Laugh out loud. Like, I'm not going to hold you. You guys kind of low-key weird. You know, what the fuck you get your nails done? Fucking weirdos. Anyway, I'm not going to blame the women for that. I would say, like, you know, the men should stay in their lives. Or try to at least stay in their kids' lives. You know, try to make your relationships work. And if your relationship can't work, at least try to be involved with your kid. But other than that, you know, and like, you know, assert your damn rights. Assert your damn rights. Imagine a woman telling you that's my kid. Like, I don't do that shit. No, like, no way. Ain't nobody telling me, oh, it's my kid, not you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? Shaking my damn head, yo. I'll admit that motherfuckers is weird, though. Some of these motherfuckers is weird. We're going to do the past weeks next, but let me see what the comments are like before we go in there. Oh, you know, no comments. All right, bet. We're going to pass me. Shit's fucking creepy. No, it's actually like I just put the sound effect on it, but that's like the real other fucking video. We're gonna go to past me's. Fly by night. So this is quick. Just quick. This is a FYI for the brothers out there who don't know, you know, like who to date, who to pick, and who to pass. This is a pass. And I'm in the mood to delete everything, go missing for a month, get my life together, and come back. Somebody says something like that shit. Just don't. Like, these people will break you. You'll break your heart. You know, if you commit yourself to a woman and then she just deletes everything, just leave them alone. This is another one. This is a really important one. Again, you gotta like assess the character of the people that you are in relationships with, and this is just, you gotta assess it. So let me see. I think I saw somebody might have wrote a comment. So Tanzan says they want to blame everything on the women. Yeah, it's fucking idiots. They're just fucking idiots. Now, let me show you guys this, though. This is one of the women that you gotta, like, watch out for. So she says, feeling unworthy of love cost me an 8-year relationship with my now ex-fiance. Here's how it happened. Thread. A lot of threads out there. It says, 1, we meet in Cape Town 2 months into my first year studies in 2010. We fell in love instantly. It all felt almost unreal. Since that day, we both knew all we wanted to do was be a part of each other's lives. His love for me felt like a warm blanket wrapped around my soul and a warm cup of Rubio's tea with the milk and cookies. I felt safe and warm in his presence. It was the only place I wanted to be. But I had one problem. I started developing thoughts which made me feel fearful of losing him. The thoughts eventually developed into paranoia, where I would think, why did he choose me when there are other amazing and beautiful girls in the world? It got so bad I said that he will see me for me and leave me. I then made sure I should cherish every moment with him as it was my last. I was so paranoid I never left a toothbrush or underwear at his place after each visit throughout the 8-year relationship. He proposed and asked my dad for my hand in marriage in the second year we spent together. But my dad refused, said I should complete my studies. Every year he would attempt to send his family. Eventually, I graduated 4 years later. My dad said yes. I remember this day when his family brought the lobola to my family. I think that's like... what was it called? Dowry. Anyway, I was so nervous for him that I asked him to call it off because I felt I was not worthy to be his bride. He refused and the proceedings continued. Now look, guys, this is red flags. This red flags. Because this motherfucker wasted 8 years of his life. He wasted 8 years of his life with this woman. Red flags. 2018, I would leave the relationship because I was confused by my fear of losing him, even though he paid Lobola. I felt unworthy in my mind. He would realize that and leave me anyway. You wasted 8 damn years of your life. Living without him with another nightmare I had to face. I went 3 years of grief therapy. Nobody gives a shit. I don't give a shit. I just kind of want to stop, actually. But I'll just read it for you guys. I went for 3 years of grief therapy and nothing seemed to help because I didn't understand what went wrong. I finally made a breakthrough when I understood my limiting belief that I feel was unworthy of his sweet love. Right? A limiting belief. So some white folk are going to tell you what a limiting belief is. A limiting belief is a judgment about yourself that you think to be true that restricts you in some way. Okay. So I did some investigation to find where and when this belief was formed. I found that as the oldest child within 2 years of my existence, look how just pass! I found that as the oldest child within 2 years of my existence, I lost my parents' love and attention. I'm 2 years old and I lost love, and therefore nobody should love me. Shut the fuck up. My parents had 4 more children soon after me while studying and building their careers. This translated in my child brain that I was not worthy of love because my mom and dad did not love me and have time for me. So when I received love and attention from my fiance, I felt unworthy of it and struggled with fear and doubt, leading to complete self-destruction. Sitting with the feeling of I am worthy of love hurts me more than anything I'm unworthy of love I've experienced in my life. I resorted to drinking a lot of alcohol to numb the pain. Eventually, I had to learn to feel it and express it and rewrite the story. This is how I did it. First thing I did was I felt it in my body as it was. The pain was usually in my chest and tummy. First thing I did was I felt it in my body as it was. I learned to sit with it and without judgment or trying to push it down as I had done in the past. I secondly assessed the story which rooted the feeling. I asked myself, is it 100% true that my parents didn't love me? Answer, no. I later found out that my parents actually adore me and my siblings so much that they sleep hungry to make sure we have everything we need. Unlike the other parent who was like, hey, your kid could fucking go, I'll pay this church and you won't eat. But anyway, then I asked myself, what are the facts about the situation? Answer, my parents came from extreme poverty. Education was their way out. They wanted children. And in those days, if you reached 27 years old and you considered having children late, my parents had me when they were 27 years old. Actually, I want to say this though. You see how I was motivation, and I was like, just give people the reality. This is what I was talking about. Just give people the reality. Lastly, I had to start the work on forming a new belief based on the facts above. I am worthy of love because I was created from love. I have to learn to love myself as I desired from my parents and my fiance so that no one can take it away should become absent. Feeling unworthy of love has resulted in me being a perfectionist, people pleaser, and codependent, trying to prove my self-worth so I can be worthy of love. I believe it's one of the root causes of my struggle with anxiety over the years. Again, just pass this person. Having processed emotion and facing it as it is, I feel so much better, free, happy, and peaceful in the majority of the time. Because this emotional wound is almost 28 years old, formed when I was less than 2 years old, it will take some time to completely heal. Now, why would it take... Shut the fuck up. All right. It came up sometimes, especially when I forget to give my love to myself, mostly when I get busy, stressed, and forget to be present. Then I go through the process of feeling and let it through. 19, I hope you are the following lessons from the story, facing your limited beliefs that might be costing you big time. Practice feeling and expressing your feelings in a healthy way. Rewrite your story based on facts. Examples of limited belief. I'm not good enough. I'm not a very good sleeper, whatever. Here's a useful article. And then here's a podcast. It's a white woman. And then if you find this strategy helpful, please retweet the first tweet. No. Actually, I might block her. But what I could say is she's not even bad looking. She's not even bad looking. But this is the thing about life, is that you want to just avoid this type of these type of people. Just avoid them. Oh my gosh, when I was 2 years old, my mother had another kid, and therefore you can't love me. Nobody can love me. Then she's like 30 years old. Oh, nobody can love me because when I was 2, my mother had another kid. Fucking idiot. And then you're like, yeah. So here's another past me, and this is actually a dude, because sometimes people might be like, why are all your past me's women? Whatever. She's in love with her pain, said Tanzan. Yeah, it's just like a fucking idiot. Oh, when I was 2, like, first off, nobody remembers anything when they were 2. Yeah. Like, what? Like, legit, like, I would sometimes sing a song that I used to sing when my son was a little baby. Sing it. The guy doesn't know the fucking words. Like, I'm singing it to him now, and he doesn't know the words. You know? Like, he doesn't even know the words. And it's like a really simple song. I could probably sing a little bit of it, but, actually, it's in Swahili. I made it up. Tanzan's probably going to appreciate it. It's like, and I just keep saying that. But anyway, but he doesn't know the fucking words. And it's literally child and father. Child and father. That's it. Right? and just the tune, the song, it's nice and catchy, all that kind of stuff. He don't even know it. And I used to sing when he was 2. But motherfucker, he basically 2 right now. But this lady, somehow, when I was 2 years old and my parents had another child, I felt so that I just felt like this guy who's adoring me just couldn't love me. And so I just wasted 8 years of his life. Congratulate me. Fucking, like, look, guys, if you see a woman and she doesn't seem like, she's like, nobody can love me, believe her. Just believe her, because you'll be wasting your damn time. All right. Here's a dude. Fuck your student loans then if you're going to threaten me by not voting.
Motherfucking issue. Been holding back for a long motherfucking time. Been tiptoeing around this motherfucking issue. Been trying to give y'all a fucking peace of mind. But let me tell y'all asses this.
He's just too hype.
Your fucking shit. Everybody on here talking about, I'm not gonna vote unless Joe Biden cancels all of my student loan debt. He needs to keep his campaign promise. That was never his motherfucking promise, bitch. I don't know who the fuck you voted for, but it wasn't motherfucking Joe Biden who promised that shit. It was Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Maybe you voted for the wrong motherfucker. But Biden said he would cancel $10,000 worth of all student loan debt possible if they put a bill on his desk to sign into fucking law. That was a promise his motherfucking ass made. And it's no more, no motherfucking less. And my other question is, how much was Trump offering to cancel of y'all fucking student loan debt? Nothing. How about the president before that, and the president before that, and the president before that, and the president before that? How much? Nothing. But the reason why I'm pissed off is because y'all are threatening my motherfucking civil rights and fucking civil liberties because you're a selfish son of a bitch. I'm tired of y'all privileged motherfuckers sitting here talking about, oh, I care about you, or I care about Black Lives Matter. I care about women's right to choose. I care about you having health care. You don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. I'm sick of y'all fucking shit. Stop talking about Black Lives Matter and all this other shit in your motherfucking bio pretending like you motherfucking woke. You ain't give a fuck about nobody but your motherfucking self. I'm sick of it. And yes, I'm going off whole fucking vein in my motherfucking forehead because I'm tired of it. I'm tired. We are literally facing an existential fucking crisis where everything's on the motherfucking line. We may not be able to fucking vote after this. People are gonna fucking die if we lose the House and fucking Senate. Are you fucking kidding me? I might lose my health care. Look, I had to take out a fucking payday loan. Actually ended up homeless, actually. Had no motherfucking other choice. But you think I got on fucking saying, Joe, Obama, please cancel my payday loan? No. No. I've never been that fucking selfish person because as a human being, as an adult, if you sign a contractual agreement, you have to abide by it. That's what the fuck it is. That's what the fuck it is. Who the fuck raised y'all? I lived in my motherfucking car. I was without motherfucking health care. Motherfucker, I got a pre-existing fucking condition where if I don't take my medicine, I will die. Y'all are threatening me. You're threatening me. I'm tired of y'all shit. I'm tired. Stop. You know what? I'm taking a motherfucking break. Fuck every single last one of you privileged motherfucking bitches living off your fucking parents. You don't know shit about fucking struggle. You don't know what the fuck it's like to fucking go out here homeless. You don't know what the fuck it's like to have to give out plasma in order to fucking feed yourself. You don't know what fucking struggle's like, bitch. Fuck every last one of y'all.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a tie between whether he's a mangina or past me. I wasn't too mad at his it was weird. Low key. I did me some exercising while he was ranting. It was just more or less a pause, dude. Like, he was way too hype. But ladies, obviously you gotta watch out for a motherfucker like that. That's obviously ticking time bomb. It's like way too wild, way too convinced about the Democratic, you know. look at the comments here. All right, so Tanzan's explaining what my own song is. Like literally I know that Mtoto na Baba is a thing. But anyway, let's go. Ra's here, says laugh my ass out. Greetings to all. Greetings, Ra. T-Comes here, says if you have the capital, why do you need us support to expand operations into East Africa? Sorry, I'm joining late. Oh, why do I need U.S. support? I think he's talking about Tyler. That was a long time back, though. Let me see. I don't think Tyler said anything about needing anybody else's support. Did he say that? I'm going to scroll up just to see, because I don't... Oh, he's doing that. Works at USAA to look at... a scientist who works at USA... to expanding my business with the help of the... Oh, why would he need that? Oh, okay. I don't think he needs U.S. support. I mean, it don't even... I don't know. But anyway, let's go back. Tanza says, why is he so gay, though? I don't even know if he's gay. But he's kind of weird. Tikum says, our people need a primer on USA aid. Yeah, Tikum. EL says, I get rainbow vibes from dude. You know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Like, legit, I don't know. Now, that is a male past me. Go the other way. Kofi says he is rainbow. SAS level 3.4B. Body boy, show enough. Yeah. All right, maybe he was about to... I don't know. Like, he's saying, like, we'll be at it. All right, let's go. Next one is wild. What's wild? Let's see what wild is. Yeah, that's a male past me, though. Like, I thought he was just like... I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Shotty was... Oh, yeah, it is.
A guy that makes less money, but he's a hard worker. Like, he's ambitious. Juby?
All right, so hold on a second. So, here this white woman. Now, this white woman is looking at this sister like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay? Now, when white people think that there's something wrong with your sense of standards. Now, look, my thing is this. I don't believe that you should lower your standards. But I believe that you should have realistic standards. You know what I mean? Like, if you want somebody to look beautiful, that's it. You know, that makes sense. That's a realistic standard. There's a lot of beautiful people. If you want somebody who likes science, that's a realistic standard. There are people who like science. But, you know, I'm not going to be a motherfucking that guy that nobody like. But, you know, look at this shit.
Cool with a guy that makes less money, but he's a hard worker. Like, he's ambitious. Yeah. Let's say he just started his own business, but he makes $45,000 a year. Would you date him?
You wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. I'm getting an 8-carat cushion cut vintage engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you 4 years? No. 8 years to afford my
how much?
ring?
I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane?
My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like, you have to see that shit. It's gonna blind people.
But that's so superficial. That's like so superficial.
But it's about so much more than that. It's about the fact that you can afford that, right? I go to yoga with this girl who has an 8-carat diamond engagement ring.
Yeah.
A weed company and drives an Audi. So it's about more than just it's about the fact that you can afford that.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking like you're gonna miss out on a lot of guys because I'm telling no, but not in a good way. Not in a good way. I'm telling you, like, if my mom asked for that from my dad would have told her to go find a new boyfriend because there's no way in hell he was gonna spend $200,000 on an engagement ring.
Now, So there's this story. So when I was younger, like I said, I used to be in this organization, and this like I had this African American elder sister. She would tell me about Oprah. Okay, so she says, I think maybe she agreed with Oprah, or maybe she disagreed with Oprah. I don't know, but she was like, Oprah was going around Black America, saying, if I gave you so much money, right, what would you do with it? And the Black American kids. Now I don't, and I think she might have objected to the fact that she was asking these kids, but she was like, the Black American kids were like, I want to get this video game, I want to get this, I want to get that, I want to get this, this super soaker. I want to get, some sort of material thing, right? I want an 8-carat diamond ring, whatever, right? And then she would go to Africa, and she'd ask the kids, "What, if I gave you some money, what would you do?" And they're like, "Oh, I would go to school and get a job and work with, and provide for my family." And she said, and so Oprah decided to build a school, and I think it was like, it might be South Africa or Kenya, I don't know, but she decided to build a school there because she was like, this is that's the kind of response I wanted. People who would try to help other people. And of course I don't think it's a fair thing. I don't necessarily agree. Maybe it was me, I didn't agree with it at the time, right? But I kind of see what Oprah was saying. It's like what Real Black Gentleman is asking. Why it gotta be $200,000 in particular? Like, I have no, like, me personally, I'll tell y'all this. I'm a cheap ass. So when I got my we divorced obviously, but I got this lady a $5 fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like an African ring. You know what I mean? Like, we got it from like a African fair or something. But it was just like copper wire and a rock. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, first off, this is Wazungu shit. But second of all, I ain't motherfucking spending no fucking $200,000. Because when we was talking about starting businesses in Africa, right? You could do that with $200,000. And your whole ambition is, I'm a sparkle queen. I want to be seen from across the street with my ring, which is the dumbest piece of shit. That's the dumbest idea you could have, depending on what street you're in. It's the stupidest fucking idea you could have. Somebody could see you from across the street, see that you have $200,000 fucking dollars on your finger, and you're a weak ass person. That's the stupidest thing in the world. Right? So I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's fair to say, obviously it depends on what kids you're interviewing, but like, you want to, like, $200,000, you could start a fucking business with that. And she said, no, put it in a fucking ring. And that's the mentality. I want you to understand this. I want you to understand this. That's the mentality of a pass me. I'm not saying your woman should be cheap. I'm not saying that you should be like, yo, $5 ring is kind of too cheap. I'm not gonna hold you guys, right? And in fact, I see some people like left the stream because they were like, you got a $5 ring? Man, shut the fuck up, man. That's why you got divorced. Probably. Oh, no, I wasn't. But anyway, there's more to that fucking story. But anyway, but as far as I like, you gotta understand that if you're trying to build fame and fortune, one of the things that you want to do is invest your money wisely. And you want a woman who understands investing money wisely. Now, you can get her a $1,000 ring if you want to. You can get her a $2,000 ring if you want to. $200,000? And that was the engagement ring. That was the engagement ring, which, as far as I understand, is a different ring from the wedding ring. That's a woman who's not trying to, and see, that's a woman who will tell you from jump, when you low on cash, when you can't spend enough, when you can't buy enough, she's gonna tell you from jump, you know what I wanted. I told you I was a sparkle queen. I told you that I was about jewelry. You know what makes me happy. And I told you this up front, but you still came for me. It's like what EL just said. Sows the seeds of divorce before the wedding takes place. That's not a woman you're gonna build a relationship with. Now, here's the thing: is this? Look, if you have it like that, if you have $1 million, like if you had like Boosie, right? You could get your woman $200,000 ring, easy. That's fine. You can do that. If you got it like that, you can. But if that's what a woman wants from you, leave her the fuck alone. Leave her alone, because she's never gonna be satisfied by you. She's never gonna be satisfied by you. She's never gonna be satisfied by you laying the D. You know what I mean? Okay? I mean, obviously you think you're going to satisfy her. You know, you might get an orgasm. Right? But that's not what she's looking for. And for that, man, I'm telling you, that's a pass me. Learning Curve says, consumerism, they are still tricking us with trinkets. You understand? Tanzan says ridiculous expectations. You know? I mean, it's just a dumb thing to lead with. You know? You could always gift a woman if you feel like, you know, you're like, hey, baby, I thought you would like this. You know, that's fine. But don't do it, whatever. So I say, look, just drinking up random shit on a Tuesday. This lady, I don't know if it was Tuesday or not. This is another pass me. If you like, sometimes you just got to follow these people. Okay? If a woman does this, she's just minding her business, and she says, I just remember the tweet from some lady that said that her uncle cheated continuously on his wife and even had a baby with the lady from next door. The wife cheated back and went to a vacation with her side. When the husband found out, he got a heart attack and died. Men will swear that monogamy isn't natural, cheat, and even give examples. Okay, so basically this is a long ass whatever. My point is this. This has nothing to do with anything. Nobody, this is not a real, it's not a current event. It's just her. I remember that men are pieces of shit. And then she's going to do a whole story, and then it's going to trend 23,000 likes, 4,000 retweets, all because she had a memory of some sort of situation that might not have even happened. Okay? This is another pass me. It's you know, I don't even think I should read through it, but basically you guys see. When I think back about the tweet, I laugh because you put your wife through get sick because it's a little vacation, you know? I hope the wife is living the best life. He shouldn't have died, not immediately anyway. He should have lived for 6 months, you know? Yeah. Very similar to a man. Like, this is just hating on black men. For nothing. Just wake up one day. It was on the 23rd, so it might have actually been a Tuesday. I don't know. Just wake up one day. Oh, yeah, I was right. I was just making up a random number, a random day. But just wakes up one Tuesday. You know, she's in South Africa, so it could have been, like it wasn't 11 a.m. like it is for me. It might have been, you know, sometime in the evening. Just wakes up, or not wakes up. She just finishes work, gets off of work, and just says, you know, I'm going to go online and just trash black men. Just trash them. Not off of nothing. Nobody did her anything wrong. You know, she probably had a nice day. She probably, you know, she brushed her teeth that day. She took a shower. She probably, you know, just ready to watch her final show. She just says, you know what? Fuck black men. That's it. That's it. That's pass me. And to that point, look at this right here. Even white boys know there's something wrong with these women. Even white boys know there's something wrong with these women. Look at this right here.
Yeah, like.
Wait, what is this quote to? Oh yeah, this is the thing. This is Chaz. She's cool. Chaz Sade. But all right, look. They go on dating apps asking white men do they date black girls. So this is the indie white skater boy on TikTok.
I'm not really into black girls, but I would date one if like I had to. Oh.
You see that? This is a white boy.
Yeah, like I'm not really into black girls, but I would date one if like I had to. Oh.
This is a white boy right here saying, look, you fucking Negroes are so fucking easy. It's stupid. Even a white boy is clowning how fucking easy black people are. I was going to say black women, but I'm not trying to say that. Even white folk are clowning you on how easy you are. This is a white boy. It's a white child. And sometimes I say white boy and I mean like a white man. Sure. This is a white child saying, I picked up on this. You know, if you go back to that first video I showed you guys, or the earlier video I showed you guys about the boy who was just being called the N-word by these random white folk. These white children know how needy you are for validation. And now when they're teenagers, they still know how needy you are for validation. For this sense of, oh, respect me and don't call me the N-word, please. That's all it is. Respect me. Like, this is probably the most embarrassing thing Shit, you know what? I might just anytime I like next time I maybe sometime I might see this misogynist, misandrist or misogynoir person. I probably just want to put this in there. Yeah, I can't even finish that sentence. It's just so embarrassing.
Yeah, like, I'm not really into black girls, but I would date one if, like,
I'm not really into black girls, but I would date one if I have to. And then the women clap.
I had to.
They moan and clap. That's how fucking embarrassing it is. It's like, all right, let's see. Oni's always cheap. Yup. All that woman wants us to do is liquidate assets. No, that's not what she wants. She's a fucking idiot. Well, Boosie was offering them black women, so yes, we are easy to them. Shit, boy. Tanzania, you probably shouldn't say we, but okay, fine. You know, I hope you mean the Nintendo device. Tanzania's bragging about being easy to the white folk. All right, this is oh nah from a distance, fam. You gotta smash and dash. This is not even like this is a pass me, but like not in the same way as the other people. Like legit, bros, just fucking smash and dash and like dash. Did I put dash in all caps? Let me see if I put dash in all caps. Yeah, this is a dash. This motherfucker, look at this shit. This is actually low key cool, but you know, look at this. Not really cool, but look at this. I'm not gonna play that music, but yeah. Look at that shit. What the fuck? You see a woman do this shit, man? Just fucking like she cute. So, you know, if you want to smash, but motherfucker, you gotta run. Motherfucker got like sword techniques and shit. Yeah, you gotta fucking run. Fucking weebo anime shit. Yeah. Okay. Maybe she got a movie coming out. The Samurai Rider. Action actor, part-time superhero. Yeah, this is a motherfucker that you ain't like you better watch the fuck out. I'm sorry. That's a smash and dash. All right. Anyway, this has got me tight. What is this? Motherfucker talking about she got a sword. Katana shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what this other one is. Oh, no comments on that? All right, bet. I'm gonna keep going. Damn, I gotta hurry up. This motherfucker's taking forever. Real Black Gentleman said, need it on my team. Sure, on your team, like for like some war or some shit. That motherfucker's gonna fucking kill you, man. you step out of line one day, she gonna slice your damn head off, man. Don't mess with motherfucking swords. I mean, I know we think guns is bad, man, but swords is bad too. All right, swords are bad too. Any motherfucker that got them swords, you better say what? They know how to use it, please. You better fucking. You gotta like this. That's better be the last. That's pretty much the last woman you're gonna be dating. You know what I'm saying? Like she gonna make sure of that. You know what I mean? You better be faithful as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like Arthur Jaw, be faithful to the end. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, so yeah. So anyway, so some woman decided to randomly. I got. What I say? I said I got tight. Cause see, look, I don't even see the N word when I'm on Twitter. So I miss out on a lot of black conversation. I don't care. Cause I know anytime you use the N word, you ain't saying nothing meaningful. Okay? For the most part. Right? So she goes, y'all think cooking for an N-word, doing too much, but giving him coochie, not. LOL. All right. So I didn't have to fucking see this. So I got tight. I said, can you spell N-word correctly next time so I don't need to read your dumb, asinine, unnecessarily miserable, stupid, and disrespectful take? This is Mrs. Project, at Mrs. Project Pat. You know, I thought she was gonna block me, so I that's why I copied her thing. I said, "Who are these women you're even typing to, and why are they on your mind?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, who cares? A woman's like, "I'm not gonna cook for you." Why the fuck do you care? Just spell N-word right next time, so this mute can work. Thanks. And then I just had to I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm pissed. For the record, trying to change other people's standards, whether you agree or disagree, without request for advice is just arrogant. Okay? Just say what works for you, and when asked. And when going really well. Like when things are going really well for you, just do that. Let those women be wrong. Starting fights when there are daily fights is trash. Basically, this woman just wakes, another one of those women, again, it passed me. Another of those women just wake up one day and just angry at somebody or something for no damn reason. Y'all think cooking is too much, but giving coochie ain't. Yeah. That's what they think. What's that got to do with you? You know, It's like the woman with the $200,000 ring. Reality is this: she gonna be single. That's it. Don't got nothing to do with me. Don't got nothing to do with you. She know. Woman tells you. I'm telling you, all you gotta know is just pass her. Woman tells you that. You know, even if you can afford it, you can afford it. You're like, yeah, you know, I can spend $200,000 on a business in Africa, or I can spend $200,000, or I can spend $200,000 on 2 businesses in Africa, or I can spend $200,000 on a ring, right? And if your woman comes to you and says, you know, you should buy a ring, fuck the businesses, fuck employing African people, get a ring for me, right? Just fuck her, you know, smash and dash. That's it. Hit and quit, you know. I need more. I just whatever, you know, fucking duck or something, fucking truck. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, sex and next, whatever it is. Point is, just you know, GTD, get the draws and get out of there. You know. Anyway, yeah. But like I said, this is motherfucking miserable people. You know, cooking for people, and it's like, you know, like who gives a shit? Like if a man has money, he just fucking order food. You know. This woman talking about. How tough am I? I can drink McDonald's Sprite with a straight face. Like she's some sort of Jeremiah. Shut the fuck up. You're not even like some quality ass. Shut the fuck up, man. You know, she's probably cute though. Let me see. She's probably all right looking. You know? Yeah, she ain't bad looking. You know? Horse hair. She got horse hair. Why blow up my spot? Because we both get high. Yeah, she's not bad looking. So yeah, it's just like, shut the fuck up. Anyway. Speaking of bad looking though, look at the beauty standards that's going on with black women these days, or what's going on these days. Which is like, it's like usually I would cape for them, but like I can't even. Let's see something. Real Genesis, I'll tame that tiger. Man, you ain't taming no damn tiger. You about to. No disrespect to Real Genesis, but that woman gonna like, yeah, man, you better watch out, man. Don't think you can tame a tiger, man. That's all I'm saying. Don't think you can tame a tiger. Tanzania, like the motherfucking magicians can't even tame tigers. You know what I'm saying? like, you know, the fucking world, you know, they bragged about being the world's greatest magicians when I was a kid. Ringley Brothers or something like that. That motherfucker was eaten by a tiger. So just watch out about taming tigers. Tanzan says, of course, it's a general we. Yeah, sure, Tanzan. I'm not easy at all. Okay, Tanzan. All right. Miss Hard. Miss Difficult. I see that. I see you. Forecast is laughing. Tanzan, lol, damn, we. I know, right? She there, general we. Like there's such a thing. How far down the liberal hellhole does one have to fall to tell such a blatant lie? So this is amazing. So it's like the idea of beauty, 2005 versus 2022. Society is growing uglier and uglier by the day. Now we're going to zoom, because at first I was like, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe these sisters are not that bad, right? Because I'm not really for white girls, although they got Tyra Banks here. So it's pretty hard to compete against Tyra Banks, even with the horse here. Okay? So then this lady says, nobody in the photo on the right is ugly. And some are better looking than some of the photo on the left. So I'm like, maybe she's talking about the black women. Right? All right, so this is the photo on the left. Again, they're white women mostly, so I could probably see if you're going to say these white women are not as good looking as the black women. And look, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there, you know? But Tyra Banks is nice. You know, this is a nice body type. Tyra Banks is nice, okay? Horse hair notwithstanding, she's nice. All right? Now look at this motherfuckers. Now, for those of you, take a like I don't know, just get ready. However you get ready at seeing, get ready. Look at this fucking shit. Like you can't even. Like, first off, this is clearly a dude, right? This is clearly a dude, right? This is not an award-winning face. Like, this face is all right, but then what is this? What is this? Right? I don't even know what this is. You know? Like, I'm not going to hate too much on this. I think this might be another dude. I don't even know. I'm not, like, and that's the thing, like, it hurts me. Because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I could see if, like, a white person might be like, this is okay. But, like, what? And what? And it's like, compared to Tyra Banks? I mean, the only thing the other girl had on her was the natural hair. The only thing this person had on her was the natural hair. But, like, come on. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even want to say anything else about that. Real Black Genesis can't even. Black women always find themselves in some positions sometimes. Yeah, I don't even know what that was about. This right here, this is actually not that important. I just saw this. This is some stupid video. It's not that important. I'm just gonna tell you guys the gist of it. Basically, this woman is gonna say that she I just really want to tell you guys I don't comb my hair.
Okay, I have a confession.
So it's 1:18.
I'm the late friend, and I want to take my time today and get ready. So I'm about to start getting ready now.
So basically, she's gonna start getting ready to leave at 5 o'clock, and by the end of the video, it's 5:02, and she's just leaving the house because she did her hair. And all she did was do her hair and barely put on makeup. That's the whole story. It's not that interesting, honestly. She's cute, but like again, that's another past me. You know, not that women shouldn't spend time doing their hair together, but like realistically, it's just not that. It's not that high a priority. Next one is this boys. I don't know what boys is, but let's see what this is. Non-binary boo. Oh yeah. Hold on a second. My son's back in here. Hold on a second. Okay, so this is the weirdest. Now this right here, this is me like boys, like this is a fucking past me. So look, so this woman is like, I generally thought this was satire. You know, help, right? This person is like, Drew Barrymore enjoying the rain is apparently problematic. And so this is Drew Barrymore. She's a famous actor or actress or whatever. Whatever. From back in the day, okay? Maybe like 20, 30 years ago. Like back when I was still going to movies. I haven't watched any movies, but back when I was still going to movies, I vaguely remember going into a movie theater and watching this woman in some movie. I don't remember what the movie was, but it was a long time ago. She was big once upon a time, okay? So now what she's doing is laughing in the rain. I don't know. I don't get it. Now watch this shit. I'm gonna show you guys like this. This was just like this was the past me of the fucking day. So everything else you just saw, which was past me's, they're not as bad as this lady.
You and I both know that you are capable of enjoying the rain and frolicking freely without filming it and then posting it to TikTok. Now, you've just co-signed, okay? You've just co-signed at least 3 million, 8.5 by 11 front and back people who just go out of their way to disrespect and dismiss the boundaries that Black creators have set. And now you're one of those people. So I guess my question would be, why? Why is it so important to all of you to treat us like we don't matter?
Okay, so yeah. I mean, cause see, I'm thinking to myself, she's not even bad looking. Like she's not even, I'm talking about this lady right here. Like she's not even bad looking. She's not the women who were being posed up as beauty standards. Like she's not even bad looking. What? You know, like what? And so apparently she explains herself, and it's still a little what? I mean, actually, you know what? I'm not even. Nah, you know what? I was gonna say I shouldn't waste you guys' time. But we should be going on, and there's not too much other stuff after this kind of stuff, but. This is just like, what the fuck? So this is an explanation.
Why is it an issue for me to stand for
Weird ass
what I
voice.
believe? Male Black creators frolicked in the grass. Female Black creators started frolicking in the rain.
Like, what is she even fucking talking about? Because, like, legit, there's like a song, like, by white folk, which is like, frolicking, I'm singing in the rain, or something like that. Something stupid like that. Like, they've been doing this shit from like 50s or some shit. What is she even fucking talking about? And it's not even like a white or black thing. It's like legit people do. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is how fucking obsessed are you with these white people? And then she's gonna call people responding to her shit reactionary. What the fuck are you?
Okay, Oh, poor Drew had a hard childhood, says the white woman to the black woman in America. I'm not picking. Nobody is picking on her. I pointed out the obvious. But what y'all really are not catching is the reactions. Like, okay, say that was a complete and total stretch, right? Y'all still went out of your way to demean me, put me down, call me out my name, dismiss my opinion on my own TikTok, but defend Drew and her hard childhood, because she's the only one who ever had a hard childhood. She's the only one who's ever tried to get her inner child, like, out and have fun. Child, that's the thing. I simply stated she was frolicking in the rain, which meant she opened the floodgates for people who go out of their way to disrespect black creators. But y'all didn't hear that. Y'all just heard, oh my gosh, she's coming.
Nobody heard that because it's stupid. It's stupid. Like, what?
It's racist. It's always a race issue. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. So, Lord, I just, I need caffeine. I've not had enough caffeine for this. So, that being said, I'm sorry, and I am really not screaming at you, but this is ridiculous. Y'all are so reactionary. You're so ready to react. Nobody listens to respond. I said what I said. Thank you. Have a great day.
Can you imagine just how stupid you gotta be? Like, I'm telling you, you gotta watch out. Like, again, she's not bad looking. Some guys might have noticed the tongue piercing, and back in the day when you see a woman with a tongue piercing, you like, let me find out, right? You might have thought, she's a little wild and crazy in the bedroom. I don't know. You might think that. You might say, hey, she's kind of cute, You might think that. You might say, hey, she's natural hair. She's got glasses. She probably reads some books. She's an active social media account, whatever, right? You might see a lot of good qualities in her. Let me tell you this. Watch the fuck out. Just watch the fuck out. Pass. That's it. So let's go to the Alphabet Squad. Let's see what the Alphabet Squad's up to.
It is my mission today to stop you from being a homosexual.
You're a victim. Here we go, Sierra.
I get so sick of sisters, I don't know what to do.
All right, so this is actually pretty interesting. Let me see what the comments are like, though. I see some comments are coming up. It said, K7 says, Tyra Banks used a surrogate to have a child by a Yoruba male who had less resources than her, who she is no longer with. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Tyra Banks is a perfect individual. I'm just saying that she's beautiful, or she's good looking, relatively good looking. Not the best looking woman on the planet, obviously, but she works on her health. Like, she has health, she has wealth too. You know what I mean? And she has nice features. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she's perfect, but I appreciate K897 because he always got some facts. Tanzan says people seeking victimization and attention. That's it. Jay says 20 years ago I was like, a mass exodus can heal us in Africa at the same time. 10 years ago I was like, us men need to kidnap black women out of the West to save them from themselves. I wonder what he's saying today. Anyway, EL says 100 to thing. Yeah, it's weird. It's just weird. So this one's actually a weird story. I don't know if I should play this one, honestly, but I did want to play my intro. You dirty man. You dirty man. All right. So look, y'all see that gay boy that tried coochie for the first time? I'm screaming. And my thing is this. Here's this queer. They gave him cheeks. This is what I'm trying to figure out. As hard as a lot of these black women are like, hey man, I'm not going to sleep with you. My vagina is important. This guy, here's the thing. See, drop the link. I don't have TikTok. So this guy, not only did some black woman give him the pum pum, right? Apparently she was good at it too, right? But a whole bunch of black women were offering to give this guy the pum pum. Okay? A part of me does not want to play the video because who wants to see some queer talking, right? No disrespect to the queers, but like, who wants to see that, right? On the other hand, it's like he's describing the incident, and the thing about it too is that he's kind of like he don't want to try it again because he think he like it too much. I just say that, see, because my thing is that I don't believe that black folk are homosexuals as much as they are homosexualized, as much as they are made into homosexuals. I don't believe that they are homosexuals, right? This dude trying to pump, he's like, yo, I actually might do this. It's not for me. It's not for the identity that I formed, not the identity that I was told to cling on to. But at the same time, multiple women are offering to, multiple women offered to sleep with him over the internet. And these same women who, but bear in mind, it's like very difficult to get their attention online. The same women who are bashing black men all the time are going to give themselves to somebody with possibly monkeypox. No, this should have been the past me, right? I really wanted to play my alphabet song. But this should have been the past me. I don't know. Let me know if somebody, the first person to say they want to either hear the video or not hear the video, I'll go with that. I'll go with the first person. Jose says, now I am back at both. You may say I'm a dreamer. I'm back at both, which is a mass exodus can heal us. Yeah, look, man, like, no, Marcus Garvey said that some people are, he's like, yeah, he don't want to take everybody to Africa. Some people are no good in America and they'll be no good in Africa. So Tanzan says no, so it's a no. But you guys could go and watch it. It's weird, you know? Yeah, it's weird. Jose says 10 years ago I was like, us men need to kidnap black women. I don't know about. Like I say, there's so many black women in Africa that there's no reason to kidnap them from America. Tanzan says no, she don't want to see it. So that's it. We're gonna go on, but that's what it is. But yeah, so many women, and it's hard. It's hard to get their attention, and yet there you have it. They're giving it up to this motherfucker. And by the way, you guys can click the link in the description, and you could, for those of you who might want to see it, you could see it. But yeah, what's next? So next one is the comrades. Comrade. Let's see what the comrades are up to. Bam.
朋友，到最后千万不要可怜他们，你要记住这个东西，千万不要可怜他们，不管是他们家里怎样了，不要可怜他们，这是最主要，你把这句话放在心里，对待黑人。
Yeah, so yesterday, it almost seemed like I was siding with China. But, I know the truth about China. I don't mind. I don't mind the truth, though. That's the difference. I don't mind the truth. So anyway, this is like I said, realistically speaking, this was only for me to talk about my new game mechanic. Because, I want to be a video game developer or whatever. So look, Viola Davis said that one thing that she learned when she was poor is that you are invisible. Nobody sees you because you have access to nothing. People feel like you're the one who caused your fate. When you don't have, you're nobody. This truth hit me deeply in my core. I've been reflecting, ruminating, and pondering over the erasure. So I didn't read all this. I just read the first one. Apparently it's way too fucking long, so I'm not even gonna go into it. But yeah, that's it. When you're poor, and that's why I tell you guys, look, you got to focus on, when you talk about self-development, like I said, you talk about strength and your agility, your physique, how good you look, how much you read, all that kind of stuff. Also get into how much you fucking earn. Get into how much you have materially. Get all that shit. Okay? So I said, look, part of living in the West, I mostly held a belief in personal development. The other sort of development we should participate is in our fame, family, and fortune. Okay? In our fame and fortune. A long time ago, I looked at social capital as a quasi-currency. Okay? Social capital. I used to be, like, if you look at my pro-black compendium, you're going to see that I talk about this idea of social capital and human capital and physical capital and intellectual capital, all that kind of stuff. I talk about the multiple capitals. It's from this sociological text I read back in the day, right? So a long time ago, I looked at social capital as a quasi-currency, right? That the ability to use, exchange your social capital, right? And so, i.e., all things being equal, Beyonce would hold more influence than me, right? She would have more say, more power than me. And it's like we're both in the room, and I go to speak, and Beyonce goes to speak, and she's just that much more impactful because she has social capital, right? So I said seeking fame, even if only locally, right? That could be in your family too, but seeking fame, even if only locally, should be a thing among Africans. And it's ironically advice Garvey gave a long ago. So Garvey would tell us, go and talk to everybody in your neighborhood. Talk to everybody in your neighborhood about the UNIA, but talk to everybody in your neighborhood. Okay? So again, fame and fortune. You know, as Viola Davis said, look, you're going to be invisible. You're going to be inconsequential. You're going to be in Cape Town talking about, I can't afford anything. It's so expensive. And then other people who have fortune, who have fame, are going to be like, hey, it's cheap. Okay? So realistically, I just want to tell you guys that. So that's why I put that in there. And I just saw it today, and I was like, yay, I get to do it. All right. I also just thought about that today, so it is what it is. Let's go to the evolutionaries.
Black people just don't get it. We just don't get it. We just don't get it.
Oh, damn, there's actually a lot of evolutionaries. I didn't realize that. So we're going to try to rush through this, but let's see what the comments are. Usually I don't want to stay too long. Jose says, they are our mothers, sisters, daughters, nieces. Yeah, you get new ones. Well, you can't get a new mother, but you can get new daughters. Anyway, Jose says, haha, that's how Brother Bakari sees me. LOL, how you doing, brother? Tanzan says, yeah, the Cinephile came out last night. There's no Cinephile last night. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go into that. Tanzan just difficult, like she said. Forecast. If we were healthy, then we look into anything that would benefit us. You know, we look into anything that would benefit us. Yeah, anything, anybody, anything. Yeah. Well, actually, I missed that. Oh, the wealth thing. Yeah. They're going to win the war. So what is this? They're going to win the war. So this is the evolutionaries. We're going to try to be quick because I didn't realize there was so much. I thought most of it was past means and manginas, but apparently there's some. Oh yeah, this motherfuckers. They're going to win the war against us. So they closed this slide we talked about last week. They closed this slide. And what was the response? A bunch of folk decide to keep going down the damn slide. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Jose talking about. Jose talking about these are our mothers, daughters, and sisters. If your mother's daughters and sisters are sliding down a damn metallic, oversized slide where they can break their fucking backs for fun, then fucking leave them in America. Leave them. Cause what the fuck? This is another angle of another group of people. Look at this. This is voluntary. This is not, this is not a death sentence. It's not a punishment. When I came down. Fucking idiot.
I'm trying to make you understand what I'm saying. Oh.
Like, again, this is not.
It looks like I'm all right.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk while that guy was talking. But, look at this. Voluntary. Voluntary.
When I came down.
Like, it's just, if this is the people that you demand on kidnapping to Africa, like, come on. It's not all of us. It's not all of us in America, no. But the reality is that no. You know what I mean? Just give them a motherfucking metallic slide and let them just go up and down, and get like a cookie at the end. Keep them alive that way. But yeah, F it. F it. I'm not even doing it. Leave them, Jose. Oni, yeah. Let's see what this says. Brother Bakari says, what's up to Jose? He says, haha, those are iron ladies, bro. Those are our iron ladies, bro. Nah, they think they iron, but they motherfucking breaking their damn backs doing some dumb shit. I'm on coffee and Coca-Cola at the same time, waking up for the past 6 hours. # blacks only. They should have gone when it was open. At least they could have sued. Yeah, no, EL, no. They should never go down that thing. Like, that's just, like, it's just like, what is wrong with you? So anyway, this is the little boy. I decided to make a joke about this boy, and some dude twitched out on me. So y'all know, I blocked this guy, by the way. Just blocked this motherfucker, Afro Elite. So anyway, it says, 4 Little League players. We talked about this yesterday. From Davenport, Iowa, ripped open a stuffed animal to shove the cotton in their black teammates' hair on national television.
Matchup should be a good one. Atlanta and St. Louis.
Little Leaguers.
Just little leaguers being little leaguers right there. Hey,
Little Leaguers.
Next week's Sunday night baseball matchup should be a good
What
one.
do you mean?
Atlanta and St. Louis. Just.
All right, so, you know, I decided to make a joke, and I say, in the words of Riley Freeman, why didn't he just move, you know? So, no, you don't know Boondocks. At one point, there's this guy named Tom. He's a lawyer, and he's prosecuting against R. Kelly. And Riley don't like that about R. Kelly getting prosecuted, right? He goes, R. Kelly's getting prosecuted because he peed on a young girl. And so Riley asks, well, if you see somebody trying to pee on you, then why don't you just move? Now, it's a joke, obviously. R. Kelly's a fucking animal. He's peeing on fucking little girls, right? That's terrible, right? But, you know, Riley's question of why didn't she just move, you know, is a clever retort. It's a funny joke, you know. It's not, you shouldn't make jokes of it, but, you know, still, you know, this is Twitter. You could have fun, you could joke. That's why I say, in the words of Riley Freeman, why didn't he just move? Right? Like, it's not like they holding him down, right? I mean, obviously the kid is oblivious to what was going on, but still, what is this, right? So then some motherfucker, this is the Nevolutionary. Some motherfucker decides to at me. Okay? So there it goes. So I blocked somebody. Who I blocked? Oh, Afro Elite. So he says, I'm confused why all the black folks in here mad at the kids when there's 4 white kids and their parents, coaches, TV cameraman, and sportscaster who all failed in the situation. Now, of course, they didn't fail in the situation. The only person that failed is the black kid's parents. Because, again, the kid should have technically moved. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously the kid had no idea, so you're not going to blame the kid per se, but, you know, whatever. Omit the first sentence and strike the first word of the second sentence. They would mute the condescending tone of your comment. I'm sure that wasn't your intention. That would mute the condescending tone. He says, it was my intention. I was condemning the victim blaming. Nobody's blaming the kid. A lot of comments said he needed to move. He needs to assert himself. He needs to fight those other kids, which I do agree with, but just stating my opinion that we shouldn't focus on blaming the victim, but instead blaming the perpetrators. He's like, I'm confused as to why all the black folk in here are mad at the kid. I have combed this thread with the intention of calling out trolls and have yet to see a significant amount or insignificant amount of black people victim blaming. That's why I'm calling you out. So who does he quote? Me. Right? And I'm like, look up who Riley Freeman is, crybaby. And this person says, okay, that's one, right? He's like, I've met Aaron Magruder personally. Try again. So I'm like, what do you want, a cookie? Right? And he's like, I don't know. My tweet is bothering you. You go out of your way to annoy black men who stand up for black boys in real life too. And I'm like, Negro, you at me. What the fuck? You the one being bothered. I don't see you standing up for no boy. You contact him? Did you donate to him? Or did you just bitch about a joke from the Boondocks? And he's like, oh, wait, I did. You right. And, of course, the other guy asked me, did you mean to degrade him? And I'm like, nah, I didn't mean to degrade. You know, whatever. But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like this is the thing, though. It's like these internet warriors who are just, like, making up shit. You know, oh, a lot of people said this. One person said it. And I was joking, saying Riley Freeman. You know? And then he's just going to be, you know, I'm standing up for the kid. And it's like, you're not standing up. Like, contact the boy. Donate to him. Teach him, hey, you know what the history of cotton is? You know, they used to call us cotton pickers and shit like that. Do that. But don't come at me and then, oh my gosh, you know, the problem is black people. It's fucking internet, man. People joke. It's not that serious all the time. It's like, what the fuck? Tell the kids' fucking parents to change that shit. And so I do want to say, so like this was like the other story, and it's like black. I actually blocked this other guy too. I'm not gonna hold you. I should block the motherfucker that just whatever. But I'll probably do that later, maybe. Let me see what the comments are like, because I know people. Little Leaguers. You blocked Afro Elite. Tanzan, are you even on Twitter? Like, how do you even know who this person is? Tanzan don't even follow us, and she gonna complain about my blacklist. They should have gone when it was open. At least they would have sued. All right, Ross says, miscite that the Caucasoids have created a whole new race of people. Yeah, true. Jose says, stuffed animals still sick though. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't even know what that shit was like legit, but you know, I don't even like. It's like you know, if the parents is gonna sit around, like, what are you gonna fucking do? I don't even know where this thing's at. Tanzan says you blocked Afro Elite. Afro Elite's one of them. Afro Elite is one of them like ADOS FBA types. You know, he's like always trying to start some shit with Pan-Africanist type shit. I just blocked him because I don't want that drama. Brother Bakari says, LOL, tried to put cotton on Oni head. He put cotton on the little lager head. He stayed. Call out the black kids' parents. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like realistically speaking, unless somebody's like holding you down, you know what I mean? But like, I'm not gonna blame a kid though. Real talk, you know? Like maybe you just don't know. But you know, like maybe you just don't know the history of cotton. And that's the thing about the world is that other people will know things that you don't know. You know? It's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like other people know, and it's all right if the kid don't know. Like my son don't really know much about cotton either, but you know, so like realistically, because I'm not gonna tell him, oh, you know, you're really a cotton picker or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, white people look at you like a cotton picker. Like I'm not gonna tell him that anytime soon. I'm not gonna hold you guys. It's not really like a priority of me for me to make my son feel like he's a slave or something, or like. He can know that he was descended from people who were enslaved, obviously. But like, you know, the whole white, you know, I'm not really whatever. Of course, I wouldn't want him to sit down while somebody putting cotton in his hair. That's kind of weird. But you know, I would like. I don't even fully understand why he would do that, honestly. But it is what it is. Forecast laughs out loud. Raw says, "Lil League of Lil N-words." Did him say? Oh, did he say little? He said little leaguers, like little leaguers, but he said it so weird that it's just like I don't know that, like I don't know, I ain't like it. Fishing for likes, disgusting trade. Jose said, fishing for likes, disgusting trade. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking of Afro Think Tank. Nah, that's not Afro Think Tank. That's some other dude. But anyway, this is actually an interesting video of so I blocked this guy. He's also always in the. He's also in the Pan-Africanist. He's also in the ADOS versus Pan-Africanist fight. He's on the Pan-Africanist side, but I just can't see that fight every fucking day because it's so stupid. It's like, leave those motherfuckers alone. But anyway, so it's Hollywood producers tried to sit this almost grown male teenager on Bernie Mac's lap, and he wasn't with that at all. Nah. But see, this kid for some reason doesn't even understand a thing himself. You know? So they're gonna tell him to sit on Bernie Mac's lap. Big ass kid. And Bernie Mac's like, nah, don't do that.
On the lap, you're sitting. Did you wait?
No.
It would be her. Abby, isn't Jeremy on the other side? Where am I? I'm gonna show you. Ow! All right, Bernie. He's actually gonna sit on your lap. No. Okay. Do we have the apple box? We can sit right there.
Real steady.
Yeah, anyway, so that's it. All these people grown now. But yeah, like this kid, like for some reason, it's like, you know, these white people are just like, go sit on his lap. And he's like, yeah, where am I? It's like, what? Like, again, like it's like you would think, see, with the, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, with a little boy, it's like, hey, maybe he doesn't know the history of cotton or something. Maybe he doesn't know that the white kids are insulting him. You know, maybe he doesn't know that. I don't know. Or maybe he does know it and he's just like, that's all I am. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I do care. It just sucks, but whatever. This kid is a big ass kid. And a grown ass man told him, no, don't sit on my lap. Right? But these white women are like, yo, sit on his lap because that's the kind of shit that we want to show. And I mean, like why? You know? And I mean, like, you know, because like if he was like the daughter sit on his lap, it might be like, hey, you know, girls and their fathers, like, you know, you still show that, you know, you respect your father. But like a whole boy on your lap, it's like, and they don't even ask the girl. It's like what? Nah, because like you could ask the wife to sit on his lap. That would be a good thing. That would be a good look. But like the whole boy just, hey guys, like, and look at the dumb expression he makes. Bunch of white women, you see? And look, he's gonna do a thumbs up to some camera, like a big goofy smile. Look, like what is this? And Bernie Mac's just like why am I getting paid to do this? And of course, I think he doesn't even get to finish the season or one of these seasons. He just dies. But it's like, yeah, man, like what is it? You know, and I'm not going to read too much into it. I'm just saying that a lot of us don't understand. It's like, Why didn't he just move? Where's the self-respect? Where's the self-love? And we just don't have it. And so yeah, see, Kofi says the kid might be special needs. And that's what I'm saying. I got that same impression, but this is a professional actor. This is a professional actor. It's not a special needs kid. This is a professional actor. This is from the Bernie Mac show. You know? This is a kid from the Bernie Mac show. You watch him on the series. He's a professional actor with, I'm not saying that people with special needs can't be professional actors, but it's he's really playing a role, and he kind of absorbed that role. You know, which is probably one of the dangers of having children actors. He probably absorbed that role, but he's giving that special needs vibe, right? And no disrespect to special needs, but I don't think he's special needs. I've seen the Bernie Mac show. I remember him, you know, vaguely, but he was just a kid that like acted awkward. But yeah, I feel you. Cause I got that same impression. But no, it's not like I would only have that impression if I never saw the Bernie Mac show. You know, if I never saw the Bernie Mac show, I might have walked away with like, what's going on with that kid? Like you know, maybe the kid, you know, whatever. But like, because I've seen the Bernie Mac show, and of course I admit I watched it a long time ago, so I can't really say one way or the other. But like, as far as I remember, they're all like really clever kids. They talk back. They're actors. And he's kind of like playing the Urkel role, but like he kind of absorbed it, you know? Or Urkel, I don't know how you guys say it. I think it's Steve Urkel, actually. But anyway, Forecast says, exactly, I thought they would have got tired of that argument right now. Yeah, I'm just tired of that shit. It's like always fighting, like every fucking day. I'm going to try to rush through this stuff, though. So digital blackface. We talked about this yesterday. This was on Shoot the Breeze. We talked about the AI guy. What did we say? Some more bullshit. You guys know what it is. Just some stupid AI robot. It's not that serious. This is Ukraine. Oh, yeah, somebody complained about, they don't give us enough money. They're only giving us $10,000, but they're giving Ukraine billions. And other people are like, do the math. They're giving you more money, but it's whatever. You can't deny how hard it is to watch the U.S. send billions in aid to Ukraine, but when it comes to its own people who've been begging for student loan cancellation for years, and it's not even like years. It's like legit. Like we were just like, we'll vote for you, Biden, if you give us money. All they can muster up is $10,000 to $20,000, and Biden's like, yeah, I'll give you guys $10,000. Like that is odd as hell, y'all. This is me. And look, this is the part where I was like, this is not me saying Ukraine doesn't deserve help. They do. Okay, shut the fuck up. You guys are pieces of shit. But why is our country so willing to overcompensate for others while watching its own people struggle is beyond me. $10,000 to $20,000 is insulting when you look at how much spending the military does, right? Shut the fuck up. All they want is freebies. Let's keep going. This was the kid stealing, and then the black guy was like, I'm not gonna intervene, and he shouldn't have. But the white guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna intervene, you know? But that's white people being nationalists, you know? This is a random customer.
Like, why are you fucking recording?
Bitch, because I don't work here. Exactly. You work here. Help them. Fuck you mean? Dumbass. What?
I'm sorry.
What?
Hello?
Yeah. Thanks for trying to be a good Samaritan, sir, but it's their job. That's it. Everybody's gone.
So what happens is that the woman, the Latina woman, asked the black man, why are you recording? Why don't you help him? Right? And he says, why the fuck would I help him? It's not my job. It's your job. You go help him, right? Which is, you know, not a bad argument, right? And then, because it's actually nobody's job, right? Oh, it's not that it's nobody's job, but look. So the white guy says, so the black guy says, hey, thank you for being a good Samaritan, which is a Christian reference, right? But anyway, thank you for being a good Samaritan. But that's not your job. You know, it's their job, right? And the white guy says, it's everybody's job. You understand? The white guy's a nationalist. The white guy understands that this is his nation. That property rights is important for him and his people. And that when that's threatened, they lose out on the civilization that they have. Okay? Now, it's okay for black folk to be like, you know what? I'm not going to fucking help. Like, again, it's the black guy stealing. I ain't seen nothing. And I'm not going to, like a lot of people are like, hey, look, I'm not trying to lose my life over some $30 of groceries. You know, because somebody could turn around, shoot your dumb ass, and that's it, right? But there's this video. I have it on the on the Discord, right? So you guys click on the link in the description and, you know, join the Discord or whatever. It's an older video though. You might have to look for it. But there's this video of in the state, right? Like I think it's like I want to say Cuba or something like that. There was this bicycle gang that used to just do a bunch of crimes in the area, right? Everybody would just drive by them while they're doing these crimes. But then the state said, hey, it's perfectly fine if you take matters into your own hand. And so now when the bike gang tries to do a crime in broad daylight, somebody driving a car by them will drive the car through them. So what usually happens when somebody's doing a crime on the street is that everybody kind of just drives away and looks away. But the reality is that, like, and that's a safety that criminals have, that nobody really intervenes. Nobody really does anything, right? You know, if somebody's robbing somebody, most of us kind of look the other way, right? And that's what it is. It is what it is, right? However, if as a community you said, look, we all are going to do something, right? It might be that the criminals up the ante. Obviously, they get like rifles and shit. Or they just say, you know what, it's not worth it. And that's what it is. So I mean, obviously, I don't disagree with the dude in the video, and I'm playing it again. I don't disagree with the dude in the video in the sense that, you know, I'm not gonna like stop a black kid, cause like what, like that's some old coon shit. But at the same time, the fact that this white guy is standing up for his white people is like, yeah, you know, like he's serious about this fucking nationalism. And it also tells you that, you know, when time comes for the fight, right? While our people are sliding down metal slides and breaking our damn backs, right? These white folk are ready, prepared. Because, like, even though this black kid slips out of his hands, right? That's it. You know, like that was just, you know, like it's not really a demonstration of who was physically.
Yes, can somebody help him? Like, why are you fucking recording?
Bitch, because I don't work here. Exactly. You work here. Help him. Fuck you mean? Dumbass. What?
I'm sorry.
What?
Hello?
Yeah. Thanks for trying to be a good Samaritan, sir, but it's their job. That's it. Everybody's gone.
Anyway, so that's all I'm saying about that. It's everybody's job. It's interesting for like when you talk about nationalism. EL says Hollywood folks are trying to see how far they can go with the kid. Good thing that Bernie Mac had some sense. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's like I said, the kids are not learning. Because why the fuck didn't the kid know that? So the last section is the Pan-Africanists. Let's look at the Pan-Africanists. Most of them is interracialist, and you guys are going to see.
Bullshit.
Anyway, so I just wanted to show, like you know that this thing wasn't working last time. The noise, the sound. So I just wanted to play them again. All right, so Yoruba is bigger than Africa. This is a pretty popular Pan-Africanist on Twitter. They're gonna say Yoruba is bigger than Africa, some stupid shit like that. Yoruba is bigger than Africa. That's it. Pan-Africanist. And so all I was gonna show you guys was this comment by Scully. That's the next thing right there. See Scully's video comment where he says, "Look, Africa is 11.3 million square miles. How big is Yoruba land, by the way? Africa still has 1.3 billion people minus Yoruba people. Africa still has 1,499 languages and cultures minus Yoruba culture. For someone so intelligent to speak like this is disappointing." And I guess somebody else I follow is this person says, "That's why OAP is a compulsory foundation for every African to understand this world and move accordingly." But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's actually the whole podcast. I think we made some good time. But yeah, that's it. You know, sometimes Pan-Africanists come through and just say Yoruba is bigger than whatever. Let's see what the last comments are. Real Black Gentleman says, "Oni, what you said about uniting against the robbers is exactly how African people need to. Either they'll up the ante or they'll back down." Yep. And then Jose says, "What was that? What was what? What was the Yoruba comment?" Yeah, the Yoruba's like again, you just like come on, like be like come on. We can't have these ethnic fights in the landscape. And then Tanzania says, "Okay, damn." But anyway, that's pretty much the end of the podcast, though, fam. So I appreciate everybody for coming through, spending some time with me. I know it was kind of long. We actually just put it down to like 3 hours, though. It's not that bad. I was standing most of the time. But other than that, I'm about to, have a day, spend some time with my son and all that jazz. Thank you so much for everybody coming through. Let me remind you guys that, of course, not just that I'm a podcast network, but let me just remind you guys that I'm an author. So make sure you guys check out this book. I got 19 ratings on it, most of them 5 stars. Oh, damn, I got 1 star. I shouldn't have showed that. But anyway, what was that about? I got a lot of haters, by the way. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. Sometimes, when you do this podcast, somebody says, did you just talk about me? Okay, I'm going to go on your book and give you, whatever. It is what it is. It's still a 5-star book in my mind, so it is what it is. Make sure you guys check it out. I'm going to start working on the next book. So it's going to be something to do with Ptah Htp. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, because I think Ptah Htp was one of the best Africans that we had, so like one of like top, like up there, top 10%, you know what I mean? But other than that, Shem Hotep, Ankh Uja Seneb Neb. Let me say it again. Ankh Uja Seneb Neb. Master your life, wealth, and health. By the way, there's a section in the podcast, on the Discord, where we talk about life advice and all that kind of stuff. So check that out, make sure. But anyway, let's go back to it. Let's say Shem Hotep, Ankh Uja Seneb Neb. Amen. Ma'at Dua Necher.